What's going on, brothers? What is going on? It is your dude, Mr. International Passport, here again for yet another classic, future classic live stream. First and foremost, brothers, please press a one in the live stream chat if you can hear me loud and clear. How is my audio? How is my audio? Okay, is my audio good? Is it clean, crisp, and concise? Theo, how's my audio? Is it good, bro?
It's good. I can hear you. Yep.
Fantastic. I need to make sure the brothers in the live stream chat can hear me. I'm good. Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so very much. So let's get straight into it. Okay. Want to say a huge thank you to those that have supported the channel over the past couple of years. Your support is greatly appreciated. I welcome aboard the new people. I accept and I embrace you with open arms. When you come in the live stream chat today, please like the video. Please like the video. That'd be greatly appreciated. Hit the Patreon. Join the Patreon. Cop the merch. Book your IT consultations. Support me any way possible. That'd be greatly appreciated. Follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram, follow me everywhere across the board. That'd be greatly appreciated. So let's get straight into it, man. Already a super chat. Shout out to Mr. Arthur Strobes for the $5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Thou shalt not mess it up for the next generation. Interesting. So that's his commandment there. Fantastic.
Mhm.
So in today's live stream, okay, in the passport show, okay, we're going to discuss 10 passport bro commandments men must follow abroad. Essentially, right, we want a code of conduct across the board as we call ourselves passport bros and export ourselves all around the world. Before we break down these 10 commandments, you can agree or disagree, but me and Theo have created these 10 commandments, okay? And we hope that you take it away and apply it to your own lives when you become a passport bro or your current life as a passport bro. But before we go any further, Mr. Theo, do you mind giving us a brief intro about who you are, where you're from, anything special about you, brother?
Hi there. My name is Theo. I've been a passport bro for a long time. Been to over 40 countries. Lived 1 year Russia, 1 year France, 16 years in Japan, and non-military, all of that, and 2 or 3 months in several other countries like Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Brazil, Germany. UK as well. So been in a lot of countries, done a lot of stuff. I specialize in IT security, particularly for the cloud. So I'm an IT cloud architect, and I'm also a DevSecOps engineer. So those are my two areas. Yeah, speak four languages. Been been out there and done it. And I train other men to work in the cloud, work in IT, so they can become passport bros. And I will be leaving the country again within the next 6 months. So I'm now in my preparation stage, actually, of how to actually do that. So yeah, fun. That's who I am. How about you,
Awesome.
IP?
So I'm international passport, obviously from the UK. You can hear from the accent. Also on IT, and special thing about me is I teach Python every week to brothers. I'm looking forward to taking in new students next year, early next year, to begin to continue the Python teaching as well, which has been awesome so far with the great students. I travel the world. I give intel to brothers. I got tired of dealing with horrible women in the UK. It just got really bad. Entitlement, high body counts, rude, everything that's horrible in America applies also here in the UK. I'm like, this can't be life, man. There's got to be a lighter, greener pastures somewhere. And I found that abroad. I made a channel because I knew that other brothers were probably facing the same issue as me. I thought I shared an intro around, and now we're carrying on going into 2024. Super awesome. So, great intro there. Let's get straight into it. So, we have 10 Passport Bros commandments. Um, Recent months, we've seen, dudes, okay, who are not Passport Bros or may label themselves Passport Bros at a fall abroad. And the other day, shout out to our fellow Strobes. He gave a suggestion, right, during the Korea versus Seoul versus whatever live stream to do a stream on 10 Passport Bros commandments. So great idea, Mr. Arthur. Appreciate you, bro. So I thought we'd do the stream on that this week. We need to have a code of conduct that we follow abroad. Okay, we keep to that 10 bit part code of conduct to, move around and communicate with people and establish ourselves as, right thinking brothers abroad. So
Mhm.
the first uh, commandment in the 10 passport bros commandment, okay, is, okay, in our opinion, respect the local laws, right, of the land where you travel to. Okay, so what does that mean? That means paying the taxes. Okay, that means respecting the culture. That means respecting the people. That means not acting a fool like Johnny Somali did in Japan a couple months ago, who is currently in prison in Japan. Okay, you need to respect everything about that country. Okay, you are in a foreign land. You're a foreigner there. You're a brother. People have preconceptions about brothers. We need to have a positive image abroad. The way
Mhm.
to increase our image abroad positively is by respecting the locals, the laws, be a law-abiding citizen, etc., etc. Phil, do you agree or disagree with that commandment?
100%. I agree with that, and it's entirely 100% necessary. So when you go abroad and you're in that other country, you need to identify what the local laws are, what if they have like a state law versus a federal law or a local law, and you need to identify what those laws are and abide by them. And also, of course, this includes paying taxes and also following local customs, and then of course local whatever the traditions are in the area, and you need to adhere by them. You can't just be like, oh, because I'm a foreigner, I don't have to do that. You actually have to follow everything. If you cannot play by the locals team, the local rules, you shouldn't be there. And one of the big things that I do say on there is the taxes. If they have a law that you're supposed to be paying a certain amount of taxes for whatever reason it is, you make sure you pay your taxes. I've been, I don't know how many different countries. I mean, where I see foreigners. These are Westerners who are thinking about how to scam the government, how not to pay taxes, and it creates a mess. So
Wow.
definitely, yep, definitely be paying your taxes.
That also includes respecting the people as well. Not doing what Johnny Somali did. I think that was a
Yeah,
horrible image on us worldwide as brothers.
yep,
That was everywhere: Korea, Japan,
yep.
England, America. It wasn't a good look. So when we go abroad, we can't be doing foolish things. What is that?
Hmm.
Playing music out loud. Making fun of the country's past atrocities. I mean, why would you do that? Hiroshima, Nagasaki, all that nonsense, right? So you need to respect the history and the
Mhm.
people. Isn't that right for you?
Yeah, you do. You really do need to respect everything. They need to respect, like in Japan, paying the train fee and not just going um, skipping the line or skipping the gates. I did that myself in France and in Japan. That was actually a really bad thing to do. I usually, yeah. Again, I'm guilty of some of these things. I've done it myself, but you're not supposed to be doing that. If you Another one, even for France, if you need to use the public toilet, you're supposed to be paying something, €1, half euro, depends on what the fee is. It's local. You need to do that before you use the bathroom or the les toilettes. If the same thing for Russia, same kind of idea. If you're not able to do these things and you're not able to identify them, then you need to leave. Like, why are you there? Definitely don't do a Johnny Somali. That's a nightmare. But if you're like, again, give me another example. Japan, you're supposed to be quiet in public. In Russia, you're not supposed to smile in public. That's really a
Mm.
bad thing. You need to obey the local rules because they're there for a reason. So, yeah, this will move into other areas as well. But whatever it is, the local law is, the local custom, you need to follow that.
You can't smile in Russia. What?
Not in public. No,
Why is that?
uh, it's really bad. There's various reasons, and you'll be labeled as a target if you do. It's very obvious to know that you're a foreigner because nobody is doing it. You will literally see nobody on the street smiling. So the Russians despise it. So do Ukrainians. So you just don't do it. Just I always say, like, when I'm on the airplane and I'm coming into Kiev or St. Petersburg, when I'm in the air on the approach, I just go like this. That's it. I do not smile the entire time when I'm there. I only smile if I'm inside my apartment. It's dangerous to do so. Don't do it.
Interesting. So that's commandment 1 there. Over to Theo. What's commandment 2?
Okay, so thou shalt not abuse your passport abroad if it gives you increased respect. Instead, thou shalt be humble and both respect and support the local culture. This is a major point. So if you are in an area where people admire you more, or they give you a heightened level of heightened position in society because of your passport, you are not to abuse that. And this in particular is in reference to women. So, like, if they see you and the girls have never been, let's say you got 12 girls in a club, they're all eyeing you. It doesn't mean you can run through all 12. This is ridiculous. This will go to another point that I'm going to have in a bit, but you just don't do that. You don't go around like okay, I'm American, right? So I don't go around and saying like my military is over there. We can come nuke you, mothers. No, you don't have that kind of behavior, or you don't say like I can do what I want and I'm going to call the embassy. They're going to come and do something to you. No, that's not going to happen, and you just make yourself look stupid. So you don't go around saying that you are extra or higher than other people just because you come from the US or the UK or Canada, Australia, something like that. That's not the way it works. Instead, you need to be respecting the local culture. You need to be supporting it, asking about ways you can help out. Maybe there's some people who want to learn English, something like that. So you go help them out with that. You listen to people, you talk with them, you eat their cuisine, you respect their customs, and in that way, you actually add value to them, and you add value to yourself. And this is really key point to make sure that you guys do.
Interesting. So, what the?
I know. I just saw that myself.
I'm keeping an eye on you. Hope you're not a troll. If you are a troll, I'm gonna get rid of you. Right.
Yeah.
So, interesting there. So let me piggyback off that. Right. So you're saying you are essentially saying, Theo, don't abuse any privileges you have abroad. Okay. If you are obviously given a lot more respect or even priority over local people, all right, don't abuse it. Be thankful, okay, and still abide by what they give you, and don't abuse your power. I agree, bro. I think a huge wrong in this world is that people abuse their power. CEOs, directors, executives, end of the day, we're all human beings. Okay. We all want to be respected. So don't abuse your power. That's a good point there, Theo.
Yeah.
So you're saying have you seen brothers, personally yourself, brother, that have abused their privileges abroad?
Yes.
I'm an American. I'm an American. You can't touch me. You can't touch me, bro. You can't touch me, bro. I'm an American, bro.
English. I've seen plenty of abuses by English. Yeah, like Aussies too. Aussies tend to be really like tall. So when they go abroad, I've seen them just act in horrible manners towards the native population. Then you got like jocks, American jocks. Sometimes drunk American GIs tend to be bad. I've seen Western women go around talking crap. And I'm like, why are you talking? Because no one's listening to you. So I'm just like, okay, fine. But they don't last that long. Um, I've seen people like say, I got like so much money and start yelling because of the amount of money they have because they're so much richer than the population.
Mm,
You don't do that. Um,
mm,
I'll show you something that I've done before. That, like
okay.
again, with um, I I was in a restaurant in Sao Paulo, and it was raining. So as I was leaving, um, I I slipped and fell, and I actually partially fell on a woman who was sitting there having dinner. And of course, I apologized profusely over this. And then I felt kind of bad about it because well, they knew I was American. So I went back to the restaurant, kind of snuck around the back. I talked to the manager. And I said, I'll pay for that her table's food. I'll pay for the entire meal. It would have been like all their food. They were chowing down too. It would not have been anything more than $40 US for me to do this. Like so, it was no big deal. And the manager was really surprised that I offered to do that, and he just said, "Don't worry about it, and you're always welcome back." That's the way to conduct yourself. You know, you're not using power. You're not using um, um, your financial situation. You're in an abusive manner. You're using your money in order to be agreeable, in order to help people, and in order to show respect to the culture. That's what you want to be doing.
Interesting. That's a great point there. Thank you very much, Theo. So now, the next commandment, bro, in my opinion, when you're abroad as a passport, bro, is not to indulge in dating and mingling with Western women.
Mhm.
Um, I'll keep it a stack. Western women are just trouble. They are trouble from 0 to 100. We are done with Western women. I just can't stand them. Okay, I'm only tolerating them. Okay, so when you're abroad, right, passport bros must not date or smash Western women. No, no, no. Okay, what's the point of leaving the West to go and date a chick in the West abroad? That makes no sense. Okay, why is this? Western women lie a lot. They're very feminist. They'll get you in trouble. Okay. They have toxic ideas and ideologies. They're not raised to be wives, not raised to be great girlfriends, have extraordinarily high body counts,
Mhm.
just all round, you know, um, not ideal woman. What's
Yep.
your thoughts about that, bro?
Yeah. This goes to the point. One of the points that I have you saw it, which was, "Thou shalt integrate with local culture and forget your identity as a Westerner." This includes local education. This also includes not dating foreign women. So you are not going to be dating any Western women because you're not a part of the West anymore. Western women cannot detach themselves from Western power. We
Mm,
can't. It is very easy to detach from Western power. It's like, no problem. Here you go. Detach. Western women cannot. It's impossible. As far as I'm concerned, they're the ultimate imperialists. And they impose their culture on the new culture. They rarely absorb the new culture. So you are not to be engaging with Western women whatsoever. Um, and you are to pretty much forget that you are a Westerner.
mm,
And yep, and you are to be somewhat educated as you can in the new culture. If you could take courses, you go get some little education, get some college courses or whatever is necessary just to learn and to be immersed in that culture and to learn life from their point of view. So when you do this, of course, you're not going to be dealing with any Western women whatsoever.
absolute facts. Has there been a situation where you did deal with a Western chick abroad, bro? You slipped up, and you face the consequences.
No, no. Only at work or in the dormitory or like in the classroom. Yeah, I had to. Outside of that, never. I had no reason to talk to them. None. I just why would I recognize that those people exist? Made no sense. Um, I remember that time period when I was in France when I was 18 years old, and I made a conscious decision to decouple myself from Western women. And it was because I recognized that they hadn't put in the effort to become fluent in French like I had. So
Mm,
I was actually integrating with the French and doing everything in French and knowing as much as I could, whereas the Western women were more like children, illiterate children at that, and they didn't have enough vocabulary. And I was just like, I don't even want to be seen with you. You know, I'm on a totally different level than you guys are. So I'm just not going to associate. And that's really how it started for me when I was 18 years old. I was like, I'm done. So I recommend men do the same thing. Your passports do the exact same thing. You really aren't going to have any value with them when you're abroad.
yes, indeed. They won't add to your value. In fact, they'll make your value go less.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be seeing a Japanese chick or a Brazilian chick. Looking at, why are you in my country and you're with a Western chick? You should be with me.
Yeah, I don't see why you're with a Western woman. I would actually go so far in that if you're with a Western woman, you're just going to be a target even more for those local women. They're going to separate you two real quick.
Hmm.
I rarely saw a Western relationship survive in both Brazil and Japan because the locals were there to get the Western man. They just separate them off from that Western woman straight out. Um, Only like really religious people stayed together. That's about it.
Awesome, bro. So now on to the fourth commandment. What do you have for us, Theo?
Okay. Go here. All right. So this is kind of like a big thing, and this is one that I really feel personal about. So it's kind of a long one. So thou shalt always respect the passport bros in the past by never acting dishonorably in such a way that the natives negatively view current and future passport bros. Additionally, thou shalt refrain from associating with foreigners who do this.
Okay.
This is a major one, and I I cannot emphasize it enough of how important this was for me when I was in Japan. So I was well aware of that there were foreigners who came before me, and there would be foreigners who come after me, and I needed to act in the way that um, the guys who came after me would be in a good position, and this meant, you know, like there's a lot of points here. This meant that I followed local traditions. I separate the trash, for example. That's a big thing in Japan. I pay the rent on time. I pay my bills in cash. I don't use credit cards or debit cards. They didn't have debit cards back then, but no, by the end they did. Um, I I take off my shoes. I make sure my socks don't stink when I go to certain areas. Make sure I have clean shoes. That's a big thing. Make sure I have proper hygiene. You know, but I do this in such a way that I understand who I am as a foreigner and recognize that I'm making an impact on the natives, and there's going to be another foreigner coming behind me later on. So I need to make sure that I conduct myself in such a way that people look at me good, and then they're going to look at that next guy good. I don't want to screw it up.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of.
That's a good
So
point there.
yeah, it's something I really feel passionate about. This is like, if you guys see me criticizing passport bros, if you guys see me on various Facebook groups or places, there's places where I just go after passport bros, and the reason is because they're talking about conducting themselves in such a way that will bring dishonor and shame to themselves, and other foreigners will see this, or the natives in that country will see it, and then the next guy who gets off the airplane is going to bear the burden of your bad decisions, and you don't want that. So it's one of the reasons why I say, for example, we don't do DR, we don't do Medellin, Colombia, because you got too many Pookies going over there who have destroyed the environment, destroyed the situation, and now it's hostile to passport bros. So why would we go there? Makes no sense, right?
Mm.
I would say Mexico, particularly around the California border, same thing. The Californians just showed themselves to be a bunch of hoes in Mexico, bunch of sexpats, and the Mexicans know who the Americans really are when the laws are removed, and they can do what they want, and so they have an accurate depiction of American behavior, and that's really bad. And so, you know, how does that benefit the next guy who goes across the border? It doesn't. So I would say, like, you need to make sure that you act in such a way that the next guy who arrives behind you at one month or 2 months or next year, that guy isn't going to have to bear the burden of your bad decisions.
Good point there. So we got to set the path for future passport bros. Be well behaved, do things the right way. So we're taking into account people that come after us, the next generation, that things
Yeah,
easy and it's easy going for them. Good point.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you got a good example is like Andre and Andrea love crossing borders. Yeah, he's in Colombia right now. The way he acts, and I can tell why he's doing things. He's making in his area. He's making Western black men look great. So if we go there next, it'll be a lot easier for us to meet Colombians because of how he acts. Especially they know who he is. So we now have to pass that along, and we have to act honorably and not be a bunch of lechers ourselves, and make sure we're good with the women, the community, the population. So the next set of guys who come off the airplane in a year or so, they're respected because of what we're doing, right? And then we got a good position because of Andre, what he was doing. You got to think about that. That's the flow. You got to be thinking about that through time. If you ain't doing that, yeah, and you're just screwing it up for the next guy.
Awesome. So that's the fourth commandment, right? Is that fourth? The fourth one or the fifth
Yeah,
one?
that's the fourth one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the fifth one here, I have for passport bros is that it is very important that passport bros have a backup plan. In case things go left in said country. Okay, so what does that mean? So no plan is foolproof. Okay, we can't see the future, we can't tell the future. Unfortunately, I'm guessing that would be a great skill to have. If we consider the future, stocks, crypto, we can tell the future, but we can't. Okay, we're human beings. Only God can. So when you go abroad, right? Before going abroad or while you're abroad, have a backup option. Okay, so what does that mean? If things go for you so far left in, let's say, Colombia, Brazil, whatever, you have a backup option. That can be going to another foreign country, okay, and building there, or coming back to the West, recuperating again, and going abroad. I'm seeing a lot of passport bros, right? Just go out there abroad thinking it's going to be sweet and there could be no animosity or nothing bad come their way. If it doesn't come your way, awesome, right? You're very lucky. But there may be cases where things may go really left. What is your backup plan? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? What do you have in place? Some
Mm-hmm.
funds, a job you can quickly get because you have the skill set for it. Does it come back to America, the UK, recuperating? And it also includes, right? So do you have your ish in order first in the West? Okay. So what does that mean? Let's say, for example, right, you have a property, a flat or a house,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to go abroad. You live abroad for a bit, things don't work out abroad, you come back home to stay in your property and you rebuild. However, if you have no property to stay in the West, okay, if you're renting or your lease is finished and you're abroad and you got to come back quickly, but there's no property for you, what do you do? So always think of all the bad things that can happen to you abroad. You may lose your passport. You may have to come back. You may lose your job abroad. You may have to come back and see family. Always think ahead and plan for different situations. What's your thoughts about that, Theo?
Entirely 100% correct. I entirely agree with you. I remember I did not carry a backup plan for my passport. I was abroad. I lost my passport. I was stranded. I had to figure that one out real quick, and that was not easy for me to do. Luckily, I was able to get another passport. Nightmare. So now when I travel, I actually carry $210 in cash, and then I have my some sort of ID. I have my official Social Security card, and I have my my birth certificate. This is what necessary as a U.S. citizen, and I have a copy of my passport. This is all in a special area in one of my carry-ons, so that if I lose my passport and I'm in that country, I can just go to the embassy, show them what happened, tell them what's going on. I've got cash. They can accept it, and they can give me a passport within 24 hours. You got to do that, guys. You got to do that. Another thing too, I did not when I left Japan. I did not have a backup plan for returning to the West. I thought I didn't think it would be such of an issue, and I crashed entirely in a horrible manner when I came back to the West. I never wanted anyone to go through what I went through, and basically, as you guys know, I'm planning on going to Brazil. My plan is to be there 10 months a year, 2 months in the United States. So I'll be maintaining a house in America. And, I might rent it out. I don't know what I'm going to do. But at least what I'll do is if I do rent it out, there's a part in the house where I don't rent out. So I have one room just in case I need to actually crash and return back to that one room. I'm actually thinking about getting another kind of funny, but there's a trailer in my hometown that's being sold for like $10,000, and I thought about paying $10,000, renovating it, getting it to a decent level, and then just locking it up. And if I really crash hard again, I can at least have that trailer. Yeah, I'd have some place to go to sleep, right? So I put some dog food in there, make sure the water is running, make sure it has internet connection, like that, right? And to put a Tempur-Pedic bed in there. And, just in case, everything failed, because it did for me. That actually happened. So you really have to have that backup plan. What do you do if you lose your job while you're abroad? That happened to me. And you have to limp back. So what? Like I was humiliated when that happened. I told my students about just how bad it was. It was a horrible situation that happened to me. And I warn my students about it all the time. So what do you do with cash flow? Do you have a backup plan for your cash flow? What happens if you suddenly get fired? You need to know all of this stuff before you get on the airplane. And if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. So usually it's guys who are like, punani, I want some punani. And then they're destroyed, right? I was like, what's wrong with you, bro? So anyway, I agree with you.
So you said you carry cash, right, with you when you're abroad. So obviously you get the cash in the currency, physical cash, right, in the currency. What happens if you don't spend that cash to convert back to dollars and put in your account? Or
no. This is a pack for the U.S. Embassy.
Okay, I see. To pay them in dollars, I see.
Yeah. So for you, you'd have to have pounds. So you just have to have. There's a certain. You know this with your government. I don't know what it is, but there's a certain amount of pounds that you need to have, pounds sterling, that you need to have in the envelope to pay for an emergency passport in case you need it. and you just have all the documents you need. Just make sure every time you go abroad, you have that in your carry-on or something like that. You just that is your rainy day fund, so at least you can get a passport and get the heck out of the country if you need to.
Yeah, yes, indeed, brothers. Think about all the possible things that could go wrong when you're abroad, and
Mm-hmm.
plan for it. That'll make you well-rounded, and you can plan for rainy days and bad events, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the fifth part there. On to the sixth commandment, Theo.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sixth one. Okay, thou shalt never simp. No, it's straight out. I don't have an additional explanation. We can keep on talking about it. This is a very basic commandment. I failed this one myself when I went to Japan in the beginning, and I learned how not to simp through my marriage, and that's what really started like crimson capsuling me. But you cannot simp. It will destroy you abroad. And of course, you can't simp in the West. This is a very horrible thing to do. But doing it abroad, eventually the natives will start thinking something's wrong with you, and you're not to do that. And instead, you are to be a man and learn what it is to be a masculine man and really follow that. I learned what it was to be a man when I was in Japan, and I was required to be masculine at all times, and I did. But there was still I was blue pill, guys. I did some hardcore simping. Um, Man, I lost every time I did that, and so it's something you got to give up. You have to learn to give up. Take some time. I I I saw so many foreigners simp like crazy in Japan, and I'd be like, "What is wrong with you? You just don't do that." And they got it wasn't they Japanese women won't get the bag from you or something like that. They won't spend all your money, nothing like that. Nah. Japanese women have more class than that. But what they'll do instead of they'll just disrespect you and think you're nuts, and they'll start belittling you. That's what are really happening, and then they'll just lose all respect for you, and you don't need that. So I just say, guys, do not simp at all, ever. My point.
So, brother, in your opinion, bro, um, what do you find as simping? So, is that being a yes man all the time to your wife and girlfriend? You know, just so brother get some context there, because there's many definitions. But what do you think is what do you define as simping, bro?
Giving undue and undeserved um, extreme adoration or attention to a woman for the purposes of gaining love and affection from her.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. And how does one be a man? So, what do you define by that as a man, a real man that uh, isn't a simp? Break it down for us, but so we have that definition.
Well, in the Japanese method, it's following Bushido. So that's you live by honor, tradition, integrity. Um, you you have your strength. You have your core beliefs, and you don't violate them ever. And you're strong at all times. This includes physical strength, but also mental strength. And basically, you're not your opinion isn't easily swayed. So, is that easy to buy you off or to manipulate you, particularly by a woman? Um, so there's a great deal of definitions by this. I mean, we can probably do an entire stream on it. But when you go to the local population, you should probably get meet someone who's really strong, male, and learn from that person what it means to be a man in that local culture, and take that to heart. Because if you get married in that culture, which you probably will, you need to understand how to be a man according to their terms for their local women.
Hmm. Awesome, bro. Thank you very much. Shout out to Mr. Phil Frobes for the $5 super chat. That math ain't matching vid. Yep, the one we did a couple weeks ago. Classic, absolute classic. When we broke down the comparison between dating a foreign chick and a Western chick. Awesome, classic
Mhm.
stream. Thank you for the kind words, bro. Shout out to Mr. Mister for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, bro, for the support. He who runneth away from Western women abroad runneth the right way. I love that saying there, bro. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, I'm sure you've all heard the major
That
news. Go on,
that
bro.
should be a T-shirt. You should put that on a T-shirt,
Mm,
bro. That is a good one. Oh yeah, yeah, I like it.
yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm sure you're all seeing the big news. Coming out. Some dude got, you know, got by a Western chick, famous guy. And I keep telling you, brothers,
Hmm.
stop dating Western women,
Yeah,
right? Even
I,
these entertainers, right now they're gonna learn. They're gonna learn big time.
my point on that was, if he was dating a Japanese chick, he'd be making $50 million this year,
Facts, absolute facts.
and she would be having all kinds of fun with him, and like not bad way. She'd be like going crazy over him because she has a totally high value man, and instead he was with a Western woman, and
30 years
he
old.
got, yeah,
I'm 30 as well.
she's all happy because she got to take him down. That's it. Whereas a
Mm,
Japanese woman would have built him up. And so,
yeah,
um, yeah, this is. I'm straight up like, yeah, guys, don't ever be with Western women ever, never. Just leave them alone.
yeah. I think we'll probably go deep into that later on in the stream. I think we'll touch upon that briefly. So that's the sixth commandment there, Theo. Seventh
Mm-hmm.
commandment here, okay, that I want to mention here is so when you're in a country for the long term, I'm talking, you know, a year, you know, at a minimum, or maybe 8 months. I think it's imperative that you learn the language. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think, right, if you're going to spend 1 year in a country, that means that you already like the country. Okay. But in my opinion, right, to not only show respect, but to actually move in a manner where you understand the customs better, the woman better, the culture better, you gotta learn the language. There are
Mm-hmm.
things that you can't understand or things that you are locked out of when if you don't know the marriage, if you don't know the language. For example, right, there's a very famous saying that even Phil's mentioned that you speaking English only in Japan, you can get a good looking woman. But the top tier high value Japanese woman, right, you won't get because you don't know Japanese. You don't know Japanese. So that means you're locked out of that particular group of women. Okay. Even for jobs as well. All right. If you don't know the language of that country to a good extent, you're locked out of many different things. English will take you to a certain extent, but to reach that upper echelon in all areas of your life, particularly if you're staying there long term, right? Learn the language. I've met people right that have spent 5 years in South Korea, a couple years in Japan, and they can't speak the language.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, what?
yeah.
You were there for that many years? You couldn't bother to learn the language? Oh no, I only had foreigner friends. I only dated Western women over there. I only dated Australian chicks over there. My circle was only was only foreigners. It was only English people, British people. I'm like, come on, man, really,
Mm-hmm.
really?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's lazy.
Yep.
What's your
Yep.
thoughts about that, Theo?
I totally 100% agree with you. You're entirely correct. If you don't speak that language, you're at a disadvantage. One of the things that I've always found is that if the Westerner does not speak the language and he's with a woman, she tends to be the winner in that outcome.
Mm,
So I was looking at her, I'm like, huh, like he could have dated someone 10 years younger, 20 pounds thinner, and without a kid, but instead he's with you. And she's the one who won that battle. And I'm just like, yeah, because she learned English. So you don't want that. You want it that you speak the language, you speak her language. She doesn't need to speak in English, and then you got a dime. You got someone who is way outside your league that you would never have in the West, and she's happy with you because she got like this exotic guy. So she got this exotic, tall, black, dark, handsome, educated guy who speaks her language and knows her customs. Also, when you speak dirty to a girl, you want to do it in her language. Basically, when you're married, you don't want to be speaking any other language. Hold on, let's get rid of this. So you don't want to be speaking in English when you're making out with her. You want to be speaking her language, especially you want to know what's going on with her. You only may want to use English for a little bit of erotic stuff, but basically you want to be knowing what she's saying. One of the things I always said was, especially when I came back to America, was English was useless when it came to getting laid. I'd always spoken another language. When I was with women, I was like, why am I going to speak in English? It's just useless. So you definitely want to learn her language, know the things to say to her that turns her on in her language. Then she thinks you're like totally erotic guy, and she's going to be with you for a long time. So yeah, learn it. And I don't mean just learn it by smattering. Like some guys are like, just learn the verb tenses, know how to conjugate the verbs, know how to read a business newspaper, be educated level. Don't just know how a few pickup lines and think that you're a Casanova. No, be able to read the newspaper. Can you read a magazine? Can you go on a train and read all the adverts? I can. So you need to be at that level. If people are speaking next to you, can you be stoic and just look straight and you understand if they're talking about you or not? You need to be at that level. Without it, man, you're illiterate, and it's not a good look for you. You're going to be at the losing end. I mean, you can still get somebody who's great, but you're really not enjoying the culture, immersing yourself in the culture. So go learn that language.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So hold on there, Mr. Baller 360. Send me a DM on IG, please. I know you traveled. Let's touch base, bro. Please send me a DM on IG, bro. That'd be greatly appreciated. So Theo, on to the 8th commandment, bro. What you got for us?
Okay. Okay. Thou shalt never legally bring your family back to the West. This also means that your children will be educated in your new country. I'm very firm on this one. So this means like you never register your marriage in your country. Instead, you have your marriage, you marry in her country, you're legally married there. You use that for immigration for yourself, like to get a spousal visa or whatever other kind of visa service that you need. So you can remain there longer. And you just never bring her over to the States or to the UK, except on vacation. So, I mean, I just posted some things on my wall on Facebook. My Japanese wife, she and I went to America 3 times, I think it was. And we went to the UK 4 or 5 times. I couldn't count how many. I have photos of us goofing off. We're having fun in the UK. She loved the UK more than I did. Yeah, we were all about it. But there was no immigration. She didn't have the right to be in the US or the UK. It was just we were there temporarily. That's it. So she had a 90-day visa because she's Japanese. It's the same way. Like if we would have had kids, the kids would have been educated in Japan, not in America at all. So that's the way you guys do it. You do not bring her over to your country and you stay in her country, you educate your children there locally, you stay with her family. going to the States or going to the UK will not benefit you at all long term, unless you got some significant reason. One of the biggest reasons is because you don't want her indoctrinated with feminism, nor the kids indoctrinated with feminism. It's a death sentence. So stay abroad, keep her abroad.
Yes, indeed. And I think it's very important we keep our children abroad, is because Western teaching, Western culture will turn your children against you. Okay. They
Mhm.
won't respect you anymore. They will rebel against you. I see it every day in the West. And some dads are like, that's not how I raise my kids. Why do my kids hate me suddenly? They 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 definitely go after the daughters very well.
Mhm.
They tell the daughters, your dad's oppressing you, become a feminist, blah blah blah. They put all sorts of lies and indoctrination in the daughters' heads to the point
Mhm.
where they don't respect the dad. They go out there and rebel. They sleep around. They have no culture. I see it every day. I don't. God forbid that happens to any one of us. No one wants their own children that you gave birth to, that you created to rebel against you. No one wants that at all. Okay, you
Mhm.
want them on your plan. Okay, and you want them to respect you. Children in the West don't respect their parents,
Mhm.
right? Why is that? The teachings, Western culture, it is completely toxic and is a cesspool environment in the West.
Mhm.
Keep your children educated abroad. And maybe if you get lucky, by with a business or crypto, homeschool them abroad. I mean, your wife should be at home. She would teach them. Then you chime in here and there. You work. You can afford it both. Yeah, you know. So either they educate abroad by a good school, or you homeschool them.
Mhm.
That's a
Yeah,
good choice.
I for me, I'd send them to a public school, or yeah, I'd send them to a Catholic school if I could. Catholic schools tend to be really good, especially private schools. If you got the money, go ahead and do it. Um, yeah, I want them to have that socialization, so engaging, and yeah, so it's something to do, but also teach them at home and a lot. Um, I've always told people that if I have kids, I'm going to have them explain the history and the dynamics of American slavery, but they're going to have to do it in either Japanese, French, or Russian. Like, there's not going to be any English option for that. I'm going to be sitting there listening to this. I want to see what their opinion is, right? So, like, really make it challenging for the kids. I think this is a good way to actually um, educate them and bring them up. You're not going to be relying on English all the time, and it kind of goes back to that language thing again. Your house, inside your house, you're probably not going to be speaking English. You're
Mm.
speaking another language. So yeah, you don't want feminism in there at all. Feminism wasn't a part of my marriage. Thank God. Um, it's it's destructive. I've seen foreign marriages die when feminism came in.
Mm.
Yeah, it's it's a horrible thing.
It really is, man. Evil ideology. Shout out to Mr. Yu-Gi-Oh Master for the $2 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Hey, IP just dropped it. First 10 commandments. If you scroll up, brother, on the chat, it'll be there, bro. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. So now
Um,
on to the eighth. Gone.
I'm about to say, like, if you want grandchildren, make sure there's no feminism in your family.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um,
brother, gone.
good, brothers. Go you first.
You know, I think, right, we are in a position here, brothers, to take advantage of crypto, particularly, and build our wealth through there. All right. If we all make it via crypto, we can have cash to homeschool our kids, move that crypto money into real estate, build upon it. We are in a position that's not been seen before in the past. In the 90s, there was no crypto. In the 80s, there was no crypto. They didn't have any companies like Google, Microsoft, right? The stock market. So if you have a good strategy, you get into IT, you just stay focused, right? You pick the right woman, things can go really right for you. And I think next year when crypto pops off, if you invest in the right coins, DCA every month, it can go right for you. Okay,
Hmm.
so always think ahead, always have foresight, because a lot is at stake here. You know, it really is. The world is getting crazier. The West is getting madder. It's not getting better. I want to be out of here, bruv. We want to be out of the West. We do not want to be in the West. I'm telling you, bruv. I'm sick of it.
Hmm.
I'm getting tired of the BS.
Hmm.
Just pure effery, low IQ people that can't think for themselves.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
the eighth commandment here, okay, is when we are abroad, I think it's very important that we move like the 1%. Okay. We establish businesses. We think about building wealth. Yes, women are great. Yes, foreign women, yep, lovely, great in bed, feminine, submissive, virgin, low body count, beautiful, great wife. That's awesome. Then again, okay, we need to also be building wealth by
Hmm.
a business, by our careers, by investing, building something in that country, or even having a economic base in the West, okay, and bringing that money over there to your foreign country where you live like a king for a much lesser cost of living, okay. I want us to have a small network when we go to these countries. We are the 1% within the 1%. We're in the shadows. A certain group of people do it in the West. I won't say their name. I ain't gonna say it. I think you know who they are. Do your own research, okay? But a certain group of people, okay, in the West do it, and they're on top right now. I ain't gonna say no names. I want us to emulate that kind of success
Hmm.
and move behind the shadows as passport bros when we go abroad. Whether we're in Japan, whether in Colombia, I want a network. Theo reaches out to me in what South Korea, in Costa Rica, whatever. Ruel reaches out to Theo from Brazil, blah blah blah. But if we all congregated in one country, if we are all congregated in one country, okay, maybe it's Brazil, we come together, we are the 1% of the 1%, we network with each other. Hey bro, I heard about that new block over there that's selling property for 30 grand for an apartment block, or for some sort of house, or a room there, sorry, or a flat there.
Hmm.
That can be an avenue. So we got to think like that, bruv.
Hmm.
Share the knowledge, network. It's very powerful, man. Building wealth, having a network. Let's have that abroad. Let's not be scattered. Let's communicate. What's happening here? What's happening in that way? What's happening over here? Good or bad?
Hmm.
Brothers, I want this power, bro, and I want this power for all of y'all, man. We have nothing in the West. We're powerless in the West. Ain't no way I'm going to be powerless abroad. I want a network. I want brothers in the shadows. I want us building wealth, communicating, breaking bread. Break it down for us, Phil. What's your thoughts about that, bro?
I agree with you. I think this is a really big commandment, and I think this is something you guys really need to be focusing on. Is the actual investment. Of course, I created a company when I was in Japan. I failed, but at least I tried.
Mm,
But I was hiring people. I had contractors, and I had payroll I had to deal with. And boy, did I ever work hard. So my point that I say to um, you guys is think long term. You got to think about business. And of course, I was trying to be one of the 1%ers myself. So now that I am in the States, I'm not in Japan, but I'm in the States. I am. Um, I can. I mean, if I go to Brazil, which is probably going to go Brazil or Thailand, um, I can be in a very good position. But it doesn't mean I just stop. It means that I need to make more investments, buy more properties, employ people locally if I can, and actually build. And it's going to take a lot of work, but it's worth it.
mm.
So, guys, do it. Don't be lazy abroad. Make those businesses.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, and it's not only even about businesses, bro. It's about also investments as well. So the crypto stuff we're speaking about right now, I'm using my channel to spread a knowledge and awareness. Because guess what? Guess what, bro, Theo? In this life, collective wealth is a lot more powerful than individual wealth. Okay? Why would one person be the wealthiest person out of everyone? F that, bruv. I want everyone, bruv. I want every passport bro on my channel, that which is my channel, to make it, to become rich, to become wealthy, to become successful. So whatever info that I can share, that brothers share with me, I'm gonna pass it on to y'all, bruv. Brothers have come on the channel, they've shared their crypto knowledge, what to invest in, when everything is popping. Cool. I'm gonna get them on my channel. I'm gonna share it with y'all, man. That's how the 1% moves. That's
Mm,
how the 1% moves, bruv. Hey, that stock over there, you know, I think that might do very well. Why is that, bro? Cool. They're doing big moves here. They hire someone here for the CEO, blah, blah, blah. Maybe put some money in there. Knowledge is
mm,
power. Sharing is power, bruv. Collective wealth is power, bruv. If we have 1,000 black men that are millionaires, we are untouchable, bruv. Why only one black man as a millionaire? I want 1,000 black men to be millionaires in Japan, in Brazil, and they come together, they network. Let's make more money. Let's share more intel. Guess what? That crypto there, I think Bitcoin could be a million in 2030. Cool. Dollar cost average, bro. Every month from now to 2030, bro. That's how we gonna do it, man.
mm,
Collective wealth, 1%, sharing knowledge, sharing intel. That's power, bruv. And we gotta
mm,
take that abroad.
mm,
And we gotta take that abroad, bruv. And and
mm,
and if you're not black, cool. Share with us that knowledge too, man. If you really for the brothers, if you're not black, right, and you really for the brothers, right, you actually respect brothers, you respect black men, okay, and you're actually about truth, then what you know, business wise, people wise, crypto stocks, share with the brothers, man. Show us that you truly are real. We won't turn you away, but you got to share that intel as well with us to show that you are authentic. Go on, Theo.
mm.
What's about that, bro? You want to add on to that?
I agree. So we usually network through like Europeans all the time when we're abroad because we need more allies. And I'm very again my career. How was it really supported? It was supported by white Brits, to be honest. Without them, I don't know what I would have done. I got all my best breaks, all my best referrals from white British men. So I always be in debt to them. So, of course, you're in other countries, you can definitely work with us when we want to work with you.
Mm,
And we want to, what we're really talking about is having a huge network. And I totally agree that we need it and it needs to be tight. And that's what I had when I was in Japan. I'm still connected to that network. So they need me to do something in America for them, I do it. And if I need something in Japan, they do it as well. They help me out. So um, you definitely want to have wealth. You definitely want to have that income coming in, and you want to be an asset to other men abroad, other foreign men, us, like who are the passport bros. So I say go for it, guys. Make those connections, make those business contacts, and see just how far it can go.
awesome, awesome. So, Theo, what's the last commandment you got for us, bro?
I got it. This is my last one. So another one that I feel a little particular about. So, thou shalt never engage in sex padding. Instead, thou shalt meet and date quality women abroad. Additionally, all 304s and single mothers abroad shall be ignored. There's no reason for you to be with a 304 abroad. It makes no sense. And it makes you look like a low quality foreigner. And they're going to expect you to be with some of the best women in their culture. And why you're going out with some low level, big booty baby mama makes no sense to me. So you make the group look really bad by doing that. So, kind of in union with another rule that I had on there. Basically, if I see brothers doing that, actually white guys too, but they don't do it so bad. If I see it, I just stop my engagement with them at all. I just don't do it. If you guys look at the Norwegians, the guys who are from Scandinavian countries, they're never with old 304s or single mothers at all when they go abroad. It just doesn't happen. What those guys are with, the guys are with young, cute, attractive women who are ready for having children and having a family. So just don't do that. Guys, it's a big problem. So again, I'm looking at the chat right now. I'm glad you guys agree with me. You can get like, I'm basically agreeing with Andre and Andrea right now. I love Crossing Borders. You can get an accountant, a doctor. You can get a nerd. You can get a woman who is a lawyer. I mean, something like that, like a professional level woman who would be more than happy to have a date with you. And, you know, she's going to be excited about it, and she's educated, and she's going to want to have a future with you. You don't need to go to the slums. Like, again, if I'm in Brazil, I don't need to go to the slums to go pick up some woman. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stay in the best areas of Sao Paulo, and I'm going to date some of the highest quality women I possibly get my hands on. That's the way it is. Why would I date bottom of the barrel? That makes no sense. I'm going to date quality. I'm going to date women who can help me get access to further other places in the society. And I'm going to date women who are an asset. People look at her and admire her. That's what I want. So, guys, definitely want you guys to do this. Do not at all ever date 304s, single mothers, low-level women, nothing like that. And don't be paid. When I say you're not going to be, don't engage in sex padding, I'm also talking about paying for box. You don't do that abroad. There's no need to pay for box abroad. If you are paying for box abroad, you don't belong there. You are nuts. There is no reason to do that. None. Zero. I know other content creators disagree with me. They're considerate for guys who do this. I have no tolerance for this. I look at these people and say, what is wrong with you? There are so many women here who want to date you, and you're paying for bucks. Are you cuckoo? What? You improve your skill set. You know, you just don't need to. You think I use an app when I go abroad? No, I go up and do a cold approach. That's it. In fact, I usually don't even have to do a cold approach. So women cold approach me. All right? So why would you be paying for this stuff? It makes no sense. Anyway, my little rant.
Interesting there, Theo. You mentioned that you don't see a lot of white dudes do sex padding. I think they do it more than brothers. I think they do it the most, bro. Sex padding, the white dudes.
I use an example of the Scandinavians. They're not doing this. The English, yes. The Australians, yes. Well, yeah, because they don't have game. But a Norwegian? No. Or a Scandinavian? Swedish guy? No, man, just have to walk down the street and say, yo. They're like six, like a lot of these guys are like 6'2", blonde, blue eyes. They're not paid for bucks. They know better. They know what's going on. It's these guys who are like, 5'7" guy from Manchester, barely graduated from high school, has never talked to a woman before in his life, basically, goes to another country, doesn't know what he's doing. He starts thinking about how to pay for bucks because he's got money. Oh, my British pound is so much stronger over here. You're going to give me this. That's the kind of crap. Like, when I see that, I'm like, I'm going to smack you in the face. Like, why are you doing this? Learn the culture, prove yourself, respect yourself, and date the women. They'll be happy to date you. They don't care you're 5'7", right? You got a lot of women who are 5'2". They'll definitely date you. Like, come on, deal with it. But no, they just, they don't do it. That's why I say the foreigners who I usually see who are doing sex padding are those kind of guys.
Awesome, bro. So that is 10. Okay, I got
Yeah.
one more as a
Okay.
sort of wild card. That is be conservative abroad. Reject
Yep.
all forms of liberalism. Do not think like a liberal. Do not act like a liberal. Think and act like a conservative. Okay?
Hmm.
We want you to be conservative men abroad. And we want you to go for only conservative women. Liberalism should not be in any form of your life. It should not be in your family. It must be conservative. God,
Hmm.
dad, mother, children. Okay? It must be conservative thinking throughout. Liberalism is the reason why we have a problem with feminism. We have a problem with all these degenerate stuff happening in the West. Okay?
Hmm.
We don't want that abroad. So any liberal ideas you have in the West, don't bring it over to a foreign land, please. Leave any
Hmm.
liberal thinking in the West, please.
Yeah.
Ain't that right,
Yeah.
Theo?
There's liberalism outside the West that makes no sense. It just doesn't. It's some crazy crap, and you get to see what happens again. Look what liberalism did to the Soviet Union, destroyed it.
Mm.
So no liberalism, no Marxism, no communism, no socialism. Nah, throw that all out the door. If you want that, go to the West and stay there. You can rot there. It's fine. You're going to go to another place that's going to be very fun and conducive with your line of thinking. So do not ever deal with liberalism while you're abroad. I learned that a lot when I was in Japan. Um, uh, I can say there's a difference between tolerance and liberalism. So I mean, some people might be in a certain way. You tolerate them. That's fine. Um, that's that's about as far as it goes. Yeah. So yeah, don't be loose abroad. Yeah. I mean, you gotta have some structure. You gotta have responsibility, integrity, and that's usually with conservatism. And the women are looking for you, in particular. Also, other people, business leaders, people with whom you do business, anywhere you engage in society, they're going to look at you as being conservative, not a liberal pansy. So make sure you are conservative.
Awesome, awesome, fantastic. Do you have any wild cards there, bro, before we go into react to clips?
No, I think later on the people can come up and give us wild cards, and that's fine. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So, brothers, those are the 10 Passport Bros commandments. Okay. You're gonna call in to chime in on if you think we need to change it, if you agree, if you disagree, it'll be awesome there. But now we're going to react to several clips that are happening this week. Okay, we've got some awesome clips for you. Now, the first one, oh my goodness, you're gonna be shocked. Present video file. Clips. Okay, check this out, Theo.
Dumbass bitch, bro.
Please.
No, stop touching
I
me.
love you so
Don't fucking touch me. I don't love you.
Please stop.
Don't bro, stop talking to me. I don't give a about none of that, bitch.
Please.
I don't give a about none of that. I don't give a about no please, no needs, no none of that how the fuck I supposed to tell Lisa about this My baby mama I already argued with my baby mama about child support money. You just took my last $20,000 that I had to my name, and you went and got a yeah with that shit. How the fuck, bitch? I can't see my fucking son no more because you. How the fuck I'ma see my son now because you raggedy ass? That raggedy ass shit don't even look right. That shit don't even look right, bitch. Your legs don't match none of that shit, bitch.
I will work it
Punk ass man, bitch. You should have went and got man, bitch.
I will work it
Move.
off.
Hey, get the
Don't leave me.
Get don't touch me,
Please
man.
don't leave
I told you
me.
stop touching me because I'll knock
Please
your
don't
fucking.
leave
Don't touch me, bro.
Don't leave
Don't
me.
touch. I'm a bitch. Stop touching me.
Sorry.
Ain't no I'm sorry, bro. Go on, quit touching me, man. That look tacky as man. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stay right there. Can you stay right there, please? Get the in the car and move around.
Whatever you want me to
I don't
do.
give a You took my $20,000 when you got a stop
Babe,
touching me.
this
Get the
is
fuck
our
off me.
investment.
No, ain't no fuck out of bitch. How the fuck that our investment? I ain't okay that I'm trying to buy houses and property and You gonna go buy get a BBL behind my back. Ain't no job. You will never.
So we're seeing here a modern Western woman has blew her husband's life savings of around $20,000 to get herself a BBL, money that should have went to him buying his first property in America. His wife, his Western wife, to pinpoint that. Okay, use all his money to get a BBL. Once again, we're showing you that it's over in the West. Okay,
Mm.
the logic, the reasoning, the actual foresight is missing from modern Western women in the West. What kind of woman does that? What kind of woman would actually cash out on her husband's savings to get herself a BBL that, like he said, don't even look right? Okay, it's over. It's
Mm-hmm.
over, brothers. This right here is a disgraceful clip. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's horrible.
Yeah,
Imagine. Go on, Theo. Mhm.
I totally agree with you. This is a massive problem. What I look at is this is the problem with the husband. So first, he allowed her to know, or he didn't hide the life savings where it was in the account and have access to it. He should have known that. So he should have said, like, again, my Bitcoin. If there's a woman here, she ain't gonna get my Bitcoin. Even if she got the drive, we wouldn't. She couldn't get the passwords because they're all in riddles, right? So I make it very hard to actually get my assets. It's not going to happen. My retirement plan, all that kind of stuff, it is all hidden. So she, like, that guy was not thinking correctly. Um, this woman is, there's no reason to get a BBL for a husband. No. For a husband, you need to have a nice smile, make sandwiches, and put out. That's about it. So she got this for other people, not
Mm.
for him. He needs to divorce her immediately and go off and do something else with his life. He's not in a good position. This will continue. She's not an asset to him whatsoever. This is destruction. The way she's dressing, the way she's all this stuff. This is for other men, not for him. She only wants security from this guy. She's gonna monkey. She's probably already having an affair, but she's monkey branching like hell as soon as she can. She has no respect for her husband whatsoever. So, guys, you have this kind of situation. Leave, shut everything down, give her the assets, it's just fine. Give her the house, get your passport, leave.
Leave, because brother, I can't think of a foreign woman, right? No, obviously there's probably an anomaly there, but the overall mindset of a foreign woman actually doing this, brother, cashing out her husband's money to get herself a BBL. Can you imagine a Japanese woman, a Brazilian woman, a
No,
a Russian woman
no,
actually doing
no,
that, bro, to get herself
no,
a BBL? She would be
no.
the joke of her town, her community for the next year or two. They might just outright stop speaking to her or stop dealing with her, bro. But in the West, right, because women have so much power, this thing here doesn't phase her, bro. The fact that,
No.
bro, she actually done it means that she don't care. She knows that nothing will happen to her, bro. She's
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Correct.
Society
You know.
will cuddle her, will
Mm-hmm.
accept it. It's her. He took the L. Just take the L, bro, and move on. It's
Yeah.
over, bro.
Yeah. So, like a Japanese, Brazilian, Ukrainian wife, they would say, "I got $20,000. Okay, let's think about where we can invest it." A Japanese wife in particular would be like, let's save it. And maybe she would do like a conservative investment. But then I know Brazilian and Ukrainian wives would be much more insistent on buying property and having rental homes. You guys have got to get into that kind of situation. This woman that you're seeing right here on the screen will financially destroy you. And no accountability. People will say that she's the victim, and you do anything about it, you're the aggressor. You're controlling. The only thing you can do is basically say, you're out, give her the house, give her the assets. Just make sure you get some of your prized personal possessions out of the house. Get out. Hopefully you don't have to pay any child support or the minimum child support and no alimony because you guys gave her the assets, and get the heck out and work abroad and go to another country because you made a wrong decision having even a first date with this woman.
Absolute facts. Once again, brothers, get your passport. Get your passport right now. Awesome. Next clip to react to. Remove from studio. I got a super chat here. Oh wow. Look at this, brothers. Shout out
Not a
to
huge one.
Mr. Just Blue for the $50 super chat. Thank you so much, bro, for the hefty donation, bro. That means a lot to me, Just Blue. I really want to sincerely thank you for the opportunity during my Python course of IP. This is my current student. Appreciate you, bro. And I want to show you my love and gratitude by leaving down the link to our cryptocurrency group down below. Salute to you, Mr. Just Blue. Thank you, bro. You are a great student, hardworking, doing your homework on time as well. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you so very much, brother. Salute you, bro. Much appreciated. Awesome.
Why are my students showing love to you? What the heck? One of my students is now making $200,000 a year.
Damn.
Yeah. And we got no super chats. My goodness, I feel abandoned. My students don't appreciate me.
One day they will, Theo. One day they will.
Yeah. It's kind of like, when Christ healed the 10 lepers, and they all, after they were healed, they all left, and only one came back and said thank you. I'm like, yeah, I know how Christ felt. Yeah, that's about right. That's how it's done. I'm like, okay, man. I understand what's going on.
Awesome. So next clip to react to. Present video file. Okay, let's go.
By a man sacrificing his spirit to God to marry you, his finances, his resources, everything. He's covering you spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially to be your husband. Then you put your life on the line to have his child and birth his child. You see, both people put their lives on the line. He puts his life on the line. You put your life on the line. But if he does not put his life on the line to cover you in marriage, but you conceived his child, that baby is your child. By law, it goes the mother's last name, right? You have to, as a woman, put that man's last name, depending on the state, got to get legitimized and all that. But that's your choice. You don't have to give that man that baby's last name. And because if you do that without him marrying you, you just gave him legacy for free.
What's your thoughts about that clip there, Theo?
Well, I mean, of course you should marry before you carry. Duh. So this shouldn't be something that isn't a TikTok or a YouTube video. This should be like something that girls understand when they're 6 years old at the dinner table, like I did as a boy growing up with my parents. They taught me properly. You marry before you make a kid. So what she's talking about is actually accurate, of course. It's a shame that this has to be a point with Western women. I mean, how far have they fallen? Like, this is actually an issue. So what they're thinking about is the state welfare. That's it. If they didn't have the state and welfare, they wouldn't be, this kind of crap wouldn't be happening.
I don't like the way she's weaponizing the last name, right, of her child. I think by default, every child should have the father's last name. It's traditional. It's been like that, bro, since the beginning of time. All that hyphen stuff, middle names, that's not flying with me. No, it's going to be my last name over my future sons and daughters. There ain't going to be no hyphen of your name. Even
you're going to marry before you carry, right? You're going to get married first and then have your kids.
Of course. But apart from that, right, even if someone didn't get married before the kid, it's still got to be his last name, bro. In the kid's birth certificate. You agree or disagree?
I would say 50% of these women don't know who the father is. Straight out. I'm serious. So they don't know. So I mean, it's legit. They're kind of clueless about it. So that's on the guy. Not, what is it? 80% of children born within African American community right now are born out of wedlock. So who's the father, right? That's an issue. So, I mean, I agree. Okay, theoretically and ideally, of course, I agree with you, IP. But when it comes right down to the tactics and implementation, particularly in the States, they're so ratchet, they don't know who the fathers are. it could be one of 6 guys, right? Which is horrible. And they're like, oh yeah, that's just normal. They're just trying to get more child support. So, it's a horrible situation at this point.
Yeah, I just say to avoid this, who gets the last name of the children, get your passport, get a foreign woman. There hardly be any argument as to who gets the last name. You're the man, you're the father, the child must get your last name. If she's pushing back, you didn't do your vetting or your due diligence. You should know before that happens. In fact, you should have conversations with her. Hey, how do you feel about our children having a last name? If she pushes back, okay, is she worth marrying? If she says, okay, why are you asking me that? Obviously, it's going to be you. Then you got a good chick in there, right, Theo? Or you don't even have to ask in most cases if she's a traditional foreign chick, right?
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking about Western women right now. How many Western women do I know stated father unknown on the birth certificate? So that's an option. If they don't know who the father is, they can actually say unknown. So that's some wild, like, ghetto crap that happens. So, I mean, I believe my heart's with you, IP. I agree with you on a theoretical point of view. You're totally correct. It's just the tactics, the practical implementation of this, man. No, man, you got some ratchets out there. You got a lot of ratchets. So, man.
Passport.
Passport. I think I would say this, guys. If you want to avoid this kind of situation, use your passport, then marry, and then have a carry. Then she gets pregnant. A lot of these women in these cultures, if she gets pregnant outside of wedlock, she'll demand a marriage immediately, and you should definitely honor that. It shouldn't be a conversation to be like, "Oh, you're pregnant? Cool. Okay. We'll get married, and then we'll do a DNA test once the baby comes out," which is what you have to do. And if she fails the DNA test, then you take that up with the local government, and they'll usually allow for annulment of the marriage, so you'll be protected.
Okay, so you're saying if you impregnate a chick right before wedlock, you wait until the kid pops out, do a DNA test, even though she's foreign or Western.
No. Saying like, okay, say I'm in Brazil, I get Maria pregnant, or Maria's pregnant, right? And what I'll tell her is, okay, I'll marry you now, but when the kid comes out, I'm doing a DNA test just to make sure. If the child fails the DNA test, then I take those results to the government and have the marriage annulled. That's how that one works.
Okay. Do you think she might say like, okay, hey, you don't trust me? Why you ask for that? Or what do you do when they push back, bro? You don't trust me? Why you ask for that, bro? You'd be like, I don't care. Wouldn't it be over, bro, the marriage before?
Why would I tell her? Why would I tell her that day that I'm getting the DNA test? I'll just go do it.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. She ain't playing around with me. Yeah. I mean, especially, remember, if we're 1%ers over there, we can actually have doctors come over to our house and perform the DNA test for us. I don't have to worry about her. I'll do what I want. This is one case where, yes, you can abuse the power of your passport. Yes, this is something you do. It's for your own self-preservation. So just make sure it's your kid. And yes, it is your kid. Okay, good. Okay, she really was only putting out for you. Okay, great. You're in a good position. All right. But there's no asking. This isn't like the West. Like, honey, can I go get a DNA test to make sure you ain't a hoe? No. That doesn't work. You just take your kid to the hospital and go get a DNA test.
Do you know, in some cases, right, do you have to get the permissions of both the parents to get DNA tests in some countries, or is that a false thing? No? I hope not.
There's always there's always going to be a private doctor. So you just go to the private doctor and have it done there.
Salute. Hey, this brother's thought about every possible situation, man. Salute to Theo, bro.
I know this stuff. I know it cold. I'm like, oh yeah, this is how it's done. Okay, this like because I'll give an example of this. I know about this kind of stuff. So we had medical insurance when we were in Russia, but we also had a supplemental policy that if anything bad happened to us, we were going to be flown to Helsinki. So a lot of the students, we were sitting there, we're like, please get hit by a car because we want to leave Russia and go to Helsinki. So when you're abroad, you usually have some sort of policy like that. When I went to Brazil, when I go to Ukraine, I always buy a private health insurance policy while I'm there. It's only about $100, and if you're about $100 a month max, or you can get that, and then if you need something done, you can go to that private healthcare institution. They'll take care of it.
Awesome. Thanks for that, Theo. Get your passport, brothers. Awesome. So, next clip. But before I do so, let me read the super chats real quick. Shout out to Mr. Rel Black in the building for the $22 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Mad respect to Theo and IP. Mad respect to you too, brother. Thank you for the kind words. Much appreciated, bro. Shout out to Babatunde Eloye for the $2.99 Australian dollars super chat. Shout out IP, watching you from Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. Awesome, brother. Obviously, brother, get some intel for us, brother. Woman culture. We'll get you on the channel next year, bro, about your time in Ethiopia. Fantastic. Awesome, bro. Awesome. Nice one. Are they checking for brothers out there, brother, in that country, brother? Babatunde. Shout out to Mr. Duck Dissident for the $5 super chat. Duck in the building, former private student. Appreciate the brother. Thou shalt not act like a woman, or think like a woman abroad. Thou shalt always stay on passport, bro. Code. Shout out Theo, IP, and Remo from Funky Finger Production Crew. What's that?
That's one of my students. That's one of my students. One of my groups. Yeah. Finally, my group's showing some love. 10%, but I'll take it. All right.
Awesome.
I got Chewbacca here for moral support. Hello, Chewbacca. Thank you for supporting me. Yeah, he gives me 50 Wookiee dollars in love. There you go. Now I feel okay.
Shout out to Chucky. Shout out to Duck Dissident, and shout out to Mr. Chewbacca. What's going on, Chewbacca? I hope you're good, bro. Chewbacca, he or she?
He. Yeah,
shout out to you, Chewbacca. Salute to you, bro. Hairy dog. Okay, so now let me present here. Share screen. Video file. Okay, now the next one here, Theo, you're gonna laugh at. Okay, Keisha.
What's the most a guy gotta make to be with you?
To be with me?
Yeah.
I'm saying a good 100,000
That's a year or monthly?
monthly.
He gotta make 100,000 a month to be with you?
Yes, you see me? You gotta be able to, take care of me.
100,000 a month.
100,000. I ain't stutter.
And how the bills go? He pay all the bills or it's 50-50?
He gonna have to pay all the bills, baby.
He making 100,000.
You making 100,000?
So how much you gotta make a month?
Don't worry, but this not about me.
I'm saying just for inference for the people, how much you gotta make? If he making 100,000, how much you gotta make?
Dinner. I gotta make motherfucking dinner.
So dinner a month.
A dinner a motherfucking month. Yeah, baby, you gonna pay all the motherfucking bills if you don't, baby.
Ooh. Let me go here first, right? There are so many things wrong with this clip. Okay, number one, requesting a man to earn $100,000 a month. And she's serious about it as well. $100,000 a month times by 12 is, what is that? 1.2 million a year. The average dude doesn't come close to that kind of salary in the West. She's talking CEO money here. She's talking executive money over here. And the average dude ain't a CEO or an executive. Delusional to the absolute core. Okay? Hardly any guy earns that type of money. Number two, he asks her, right, what do you bring to the table? I didn't hear I bring motherly qualities. I didn't hear I bring femininity. I didn't hear I bring submissiveness. I didn't hear I'm going to be a good wife to my husband. I just heard I cook dinner and I bring my body. Get your passport, man. The average chick thinks like that, brothers. They want Batman combined with Superman to make it Bat Super. A whole different breed of dude that earns that kind of money in the West. That's impossible. And look at how she's dressed. So you want a guy to earn that much money a year, and you are dressed as if you are in an adult movie. Oh my goodness, man. Passport. Go on, Theo.
Well, I mean, I was making 600,000 a year in 2020, 2021, 2022, and then 2022 I made over 700,000, and then starting from January 2024, my cash flow will go back to $50,000 a month. And as far as I'm concerned, I would not want to be in the same block as that. I'm serious. Like, there's a reason why when I fly airplanes, like, there's a screen for first class to separate me from people like that. I'm not going to be in the same cabin or area with somebody like that, period, ever. And if I'm like that, I can only think what somebody making $100,000 a month would actually think. Like, this ain't gonna happen. And she's gonna get access? No. Like, she's not even a pump and dump. She's a mistake. Like, that's I'm in the wrong place. Straight out. Like, did somebody tell me that this was street version of the audience today? Like, what's going on? Like, why does she have access to me? This is not supposed to be happening. There is no way that any man making $100,000 a month is going to even recognize her existence. And if he does, it's not going to be in a beneficial manner. It's going to be like, ew, I'm in the wrong place. Get out. So even me, I'm going to use, let's say I'm on an airplane, I'm going to use the airline to get her away from me. If I'm in a restaurant, I'm just going to tell the waiter, move my table or remove her from the restaurant. And that's what's going to happen. Straight up. Just boom, gone. If I'm in a club, look, if I go to a club, I'm loaded. So I just tell somebody, that person, go and bring me a bottle of champagne. That's it. Done. She's kicked out. I've done this before. I've kicked women out of clubs before. Don't like them. I don't want them there anymore. We're getting kicked out. You got money like that.
Before? In Russia?
In States, I've done it.
Damn.
Not hard to do. If you got money and they know you have money or you're dropping cash, yeah, they're gonna do that. Money speaks a lot. So I mean, she doesn't have money like that. She wants a guy who's loaded with cash. Well, he can get his way. And it's not an abusive way. I wouldn't. No man making money wants to abuse her body. He wants to get rid of her because she's a liability. So this ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna be no bump and grind. It's gonna be the door, get out, kick her out. She could fall down the stairs. As far as I'm concerned, buy your own Uber. I don't want any association. So, yeah, this woman's a total mistake. I would say, guys, if you're making $10,000 a month, don't even be with this. If you're unemployed, don't be with this.
Damn.
This is for Pookie. That's what she gets. She gets Pookie. This is a single mother in training. She belongs to Section 8 and welfare. That's it.
Absolute facts, bro. Thing is, right, if you're a woman asking for $100K a month, you better be a virgin. You better never kissed a guy before. You better never held another guy's hand before. You best be clean, pristine, and pure. Looking at her, that's impossible. At least 200 dudes have ran through her, bro. For the streets, been ran through, and you ask for that much money from a guy, you are delusional. You are delusional, brothers. Get your passport, man. Get your passport. Crazy, bruv. Crazy.
Oh my goodness. Somebody said, you make $200 in food stamps. This could be you. This could be yours. That's about right. Like this is a bucket of day-old KFC coming from the trash can. That's it. I'm serious, man. This is not somebody you date at all. This you don't. No, man. They always have better class. No Japanese woman, Brazilian woman, Ukrainian woman would talk like this. I get various issue with my Ukrainian girl, but she never goes this far. Like not even close to it. So yeah, this is for the streets, straight up.
Absolutely. All right, next clip to react to. Okay, present video file. Okay, let's react to this one, bro.
Came to the realization why I'm single. Every guy that I'm like, oh yeah, he's attractive, I see their wives and they just look like so like, you know, like not like this, just like, you know, like I pretend my tattoos are gone. Dude, I look crazy. Like, that's why guys don't want to wife me up.
Well, no fucking shit.
Yeah. You know, that bull ring, that's what the Babylonians installed into Jewish noses or Israeli noses when they took over Jerusalem. And when they led the women into captivity, they put that bull ring in there and they put a rope on them and they pulled them, made them walk to captivity. Yeah, that's what that's used for. So instantly, this is a mistake about feminism. All you need to do with this woman is make sure she never has that bull ring and never has tats, and she smiles and is a little bit pleasant. She be wifed up. Boom. Seconds. That's how easy. Like a simp would actually be very happy to have that. Instead, she destroyed herself with the tats. Got that the bull ring by itself, just the boogers on this. No way. I'm not even dealing with that. She has no. And then she's wondering why we're not marrying her. Duh. I mean, did you talk to your grandmother? What are you doing? I mean, this is some messed up crap. So she should know better. I'm just straight up. She's not. It's unfortunate. If she just stopped doing that, she'd be prime breeding stock. Instead, this is feminism messing up a decent woman.
Facts, bro. Do you know what, right? Something came to my head, right? You know, it can all be so simple for these Western chicks. It really can. But at least she knows that. She knows where her faults lie, bro. Because some other Western chicks they'll be like, oh, I'm perfect how I am. You know, men should accept me for who I am. I'm perfect. But she knows that when she sees the women that are getting wifed up, when she sees the men and who they're wifing up, they have no tats. They ain't got no stupid bull ring on their nose. They look pleasant. They smile. They look classy. She is the complete opposite of that. So at least she admits where she's going wrong. But guess what, Theo? She won't change. She will never change. She will keep doing what she's doing. The tattoos will be there. The bull ring will be there. The muscles will be there. She won't change, bro. It's over. She knows where she's going wrong, bro. But that feminism is in her mind. I won't change for a man. He better accept me. No man, no right thinking man will wife that up. No way.
No high value man is going to bring her to church, office functions, a bar, anything like that. He'd be humiliated. We'd be like, oh, we feel sorry for you and your wife, man. I wish you could have done better. She's all messed up. You don't want guys thinking that way. You don't want your colleagues thinking that way about your wife. But that's what we think. So she'd never get wiped up. And what she's saying is actually correct. The women who high value men actually marry are plain Janes. They're very plain. They don't have tats. They have at most 2 piercings, and they're usually on the ears. I don't mind 2 piercings. It's kind of okay, right? And their hair is usually normal, and their booty is usually flat. If it's bigger, it's because she did squats, which we respect. Of course, yeah. You do lots of squats. You got the booty. Good. We don't mind that. Okay, that's all right. But it's nothing outrageous. It's not like it looks like she's some sort of alien with some sort of injection, or she's carrying some sort of alien zygote in her butt. Right? She's very normal. She's very plain. Look at women that I've dated, especially my Japanese wife too. Plain. No tats. Like light mascara, like light cosmetics. The biggest thing that would happen to them is they would get like, instead of having black hair, they went to brown or some sort of variation of brown. That's it. No extensions, no weaves, nothing. Just basic. And that's it. So this woman, I mean, at least she knows it, like you said. But it's a shame because she's decent looking. She's decent looking. Yeah, like okay, I lift. She's got some guns on her, right?
I don't want a chick with guns though, bro. She's good in facial wise. She's good looking. Get the tattoos out of the way. Remove that stupid boring from your face. Bro, do you know what? Right, this year, one of the things that made me angry this year is me walking through the streets of the UK and seeing chicks with this stupid bull ring in their flipping nose, bruv. Who is telling them that it's attractive? It's disgusting, bruv. Remove it.
It's disgusting.
Remove it.
No, remove it. So somebody just asked me if I would clap. No, I would not. Just with the bull ring alone, I'm not clapping. I'm not going to go. I'm not going to be tempted by it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at her and say, "Oh, you're beautiful." Boom, bull ring. Nope, ain't going to happen. Now, of course, again, I go to the gym like almost every single day, so I don't mind if I have a woman who has guns. To me, that's sexy. So I'm just saying that's my personal preference. So if she has guns, if she has developed legs, if she's got something going on there, that's fine because I'm gonna be like, hey, let's go do this lat pull down. Let's go do our triceps. Let's do some squats. Let's do this. Let's have some fun. I have no problems with that. But she ain't gonna be having no tats. That's it. None. I don't have any tats. I have scars. I don't have no tats. Why do I need a tat? I don't know that. You think I got any piercings on me? No. I don't need no piercings. Women bleed enough. Do they need to pierce themselves even more? My goodness.
Oh man. Classic. Get your passport, brothers, man. It's over in the West. These chicks are just, they don't know what's going on, bruv. Let them let them destroy themselves. I don't care anymore, bruv. Move from the studio. Let's get another clip in. Oh, serious?
Why are they doing this? It makes no sense. I mean, just please. You get a nice Japanese Brazilian chick. She ain't gonna have all that crap. She's gonna be looking at you and smile. Very natural. Oh yeah, I'm down. Let's go for it.
Yes, indeed. So next one, bro. Hey, we on fire, bro. I got plenty of clips, man. You're gonna. Oh man, I came through today, brothers.
I just want y'all to admit that y'all don't like black women and leave it at that. Y'all don't like ratchet black women, but you also don't like classy black women. You don't like suburban girls, but you also don't like girls from the city. You don't like college-educated black women, but you also don't like black women who didn't go to college. You don't like accomplished black women, but you also don't like black women who don't do a damn thing. Y'all don't like single mothers, but you also hate childless black women. Y'all don't like single black women. And hell, some of y'all don't even like the women that you're married to. At this point, black women, I implore you, do whatever the hell you want to do.
Get your hand out of my pocket!
Ooh, okay. Let me go first here. We prefer foreign black women, actually, lady. I've met women that were black in Morocco. I met women, that were black in Panama. These were foreign black women, Afro-Latina black women, North African black women. They were pleasant. So this idea that passport bros don't like black women is false. We don't date Western black women. We prefer foreign black women. Black is black, but we prefer our lady foreign. If you're mad about that, tough. And of course, we ain't going to date no single mother. Hell no. That's your personal accountability. Go back to
Yep.
your baby daddy and leave us alone. Why should we date you and your childish children? I don't think so. We got dreams to chase. We got wealth to build, and we ain't bringing no single mother alongside with us. Hell no. So this idea that y'all don't like black women, blah blah blah, BWs, it is false. We love our black women, but we prefer them foreign. If you mad, you mad. Tough. Go on, Theo.
I was going to say, like, I came to the black manosphere from the main manosphere, the white manosphere. And of course, you and I both have students, and I've always taken polls about what kind of women they want. Unbelievably, black men want black women overwhelmingly. Like, the numbers are huge. They just don't want ABW.
Damn.
That's the point. So, black Colombian, black Brazilian, DR goes well with people who are a little questionable as far as I'm concerned. Tanzania, major area. Ethiopia, Morocco, right? Yeah. So you got plenty of black men who want black women. I would say, for me personally, the most beautiful black woman that I've ever seen was in Brazil. And I would have had, like, I didn't try to date her. I wasn't really thinking about it because I was just walking down the street at that time. But I know if I would have had a close encounter with her, oh yeah, I would have tried it, without a doubt. So yeah, it's not black women. It's ratchet women, ratchet ABW act in a certain way, and we all know what it is. And so this woman that we have right here is just justifying ABW's bad behavior. And at this point, I'm not even going to engage this kind of a woman. All I do is just use my passport, marry abroad, show that I'm happy on TikTok, on YouTube, and don't even recognize that women like this exist. Done.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. She brought out every scenario in the book, every sort of, possible ways of us trying to shame brothers for not dealing with ABW. No, we love black women. We prefer foreign. When you put so do you know what? Right, one of the most beautiful looking black women I ever met in my life, or even saw, was in Panama. Slim, thick chick, came from the gym. I'm like, oh my goodness. So I also love black women, but I prefer foreign black women. I may end up marrying a foreign black woman, and good. I want that in my life, bro. I want that. So what are they talking about? Once again, ABW has no accountability. You have screwed over your own lives by being single mothers, okay? You made the wrong choices. You dated Pookie. You dated Ray Ray. You ignored the educated brothers in high school and in university that wanted to wife you up quickly, okay? Or they're nerdy, or he watches anime, or he reads manga, or he don't sag his pants. He ain't no Ferg. He ain't got no Ferg in him, man. He ain't no Ferg. And now we're desperate. Good. Because where were y'all at when we were studying when we were studying for 10 hours a day at university? When we wanted y'all and you ignored us and you dated Pookie and Ray Ray. You weren't there.
Yeah, so there's this one woman who's actually talking about this, and she's talking about the switch. And it's part of why, like, again, why I joined, I was kind of so somber. I was listening to her podcast over the weekend, but Manosphere Highlights just focused on her. And one of the things that she said was, what women do is they have the switch on for bad boys and they have the switch off for good men. And then when they want to get married, settle down, they turn the switch on for a man use punani in order to trap the guy, and then once they get the marriage and security from him, they turn the switch off, and the guy has to continually support her, or she gets 50%.
Hmm.
And this, she says, basically every woman has this. And my retort was, not this is a Western woman thing, not global, but Western, yes. And I would say also Japanese women, to large part, are also a part of this mentality. So that's why I was so somber, because I'm just like, they're admitting it, and this kind of woman is exactly what this would be as well. So yeah, where were you? Well, you had turned the switch off for us, so we properly should deny that you exist, and then go use our passport, state women who are fantastic, and forget that you Western women exist. So when you want to get married, the men who want to marry are not going to be available. And that's good, because we want men who want marriage, we want them to win. And they win by using their passport and not being at all with these narcissistic, controlling, manipulative, lying Western women who use good men in the West as their plaything, and then turn around and say that the women are actually victims. It's BS. You got to leave the West. That's not. There's no way we can continue this.
Facts. Okay. Next clip to react to. From me from studio. Present. Video file. Okay. Let's react now to very funny clip here. Okay. And of course, Hippo.
For you to date him.
Over 500k, close to $1 million. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna say yes. Do you hear me?
How much should the guy pay for the engagement ring?
He needs to pay again. 500. He gets paid every year. 500. He saves that towards the ring. If he doesn't, he's gonna get a no, and it's gonna be embarrassing. You're welcome.
How much should a guy earn for you to date him?
Over 500k, close to $1 million. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna say yes. Do you hear me?
How much should the guy pay for the engagement ring?
He needs to pay again. 500. He gets paid every year. 500. He saves that towards the ring. If he doesn't, he's gonna get a no, and it's gonna be embarrassing. You're welcome.
You go first, Theo. What is this, man? I can't believe this. The West is done, bruv. The West is done.
Well, I thought that international whaling was illegal in most countries, so how's she going to get wiped up? That's the first thing, because that's a whale right there. There is no way. Again, she's talking money on my level. I don't even want to look at her. In fact, can I put my book up right there? I don't want to look at her at all. That's it. I don't want to be in the same room. This woman causes men to go on passport bros. This woman causes men to fly, pay $2,000 one-way ticket to some other country and never return back to the West. That's straight, and that's just not. She's not even talking. Just looking at her. So she's nuts, and what she's thinking about for an engagement ring? No. You don't get ice cream, man. You don't get fish and chips. That's it. You don't get a bag of crisps. All right, you get zero. You don't even get a bad tasting English sandwich. That's it. I don't know. She's British or Australian. It's hard for me to tell. It's just so bad. I don't know. If this woman falls down to the ground, there's a possibility a second moon could be created. All right, that's how big she is. I'm talking. This is absolutely horrible, guys. Don't even consider. This is ridiculous. It's not even. She should be thankful that a guy would even recognize her. Guys, you have to be worried about her eating you at the date. So why would you actually go there? I mean, for heaven's sakes, honestly. So yeah, if she's Australian, then I feel sorry for those Aussies. That's why they're all going to Japan, Indonesia, someplace else. Man, they're getting away from that. Shoot, man. I mean, this. Okay, so you want? I just got a new book. See, Advanced Portuguese, right? Yeah, you will memorize this book in one day if you're under threat of dealing with this. It's easy. Suddenly, boom, Advanced Portuguese. You're speaking it fluently. Yep.
Do you know what? Right. I don't know if she actually wants 500k in cash or 500 pounds of food for her to eat. I don't know.
I know. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell which one she would go through first. I don't know. I think she'd probably go through the food first, and then demand another 500,000 just to do something with her, and then another $500,000 for a rig. Who are you? Wait. You don't got no five. It wouldn't fit on your finger either. Anyway, it'd have to be like a hula hoop. All right. So no, there's no way. No, man. She's not even for the streets. She's so big. She'd be a barricade. No, man.
Do you know what I feel, right? This video sums up the delusion of Western women in 2023. The fact that she looks like that, right? And is confidently requesting for a man to make $500,000 for her to date her. Where have we gone wrong in the West, bro? This is what I'm saying, the combination of feminism, pandering, media lying to the woman, okay? The culture has created these type of women, instead of her thinking about what a man is earning to date her, why is she not in the gym? Why is she not cutting down her weight? This is what I'm talking about, man. The delusion is at an all-time high in the West. These women really think they're entitled to James St. Patrick from Power. They feel they're entitled to Bruce Wayne from Batman. They think they're entitled to flipping, Lex Luthor, from X-Men. They think they're entitled to flipping Goku from Dragon Ball Z. High value men. It's mad. It's madness.
I always wonder, so why do they think these high value men should be punished with their presence? I have no idea, because that'd be punishment to be with her. Like, straight out. So again, if that woman were around and she'd say, like, I need you to make $500,000 a year, I'd be like, hey, I'm unemployed. I'm a black man unemployed. Sorry. So go for the white boys. The white boys are right over there. Go for Team White Boy. Yeah, I feel like Team White Boy would be hate me at that point. I'd be like, this is for reparations, bros. Okay? You deal with her. I'm not dealing with her. No way. No. I'm not putting me in slavery again. No way. You can deal with that. No.
Do you know what's even worse, brother, right? I guarantee you there's some guys in her DMs. Because the dating scene is so jacked up in the West, brother. There's some weirdo in her DMs taking her out, wanting to go out with her. And that again adds to their delusion. It is a hellhole, bro, in the West currently. Just nonsense. Absolute nonsense.
Again, somebody's saying she'd have to pay me to say hi to her. Look, boy, you don't want. There's no price high enough for her to say hi to you. You just run, get out of there. She's, it's kind of the blob chasing you down. You don't want that. What you want is basically say, okay, so the city where I'm at is lost to the zombie horde. That's her. Get on the airplane. Get out someplace else. Go to where humanity can flourish. It's not going to be around her.
Absolute facts. So, now I got several clips here. We're going to react to all at once. It's a Japanese clip. It's brothers with good-looking Japanese women, brother. And there's one here that's going to shock you here, Theo. And it's to show brothers that you can get dimes abroad. Why settle for Snorlax here, the obese chick from Pokemon, and settle instead for a cute, skinny chick from Japan? Hold on here. So video file. Where is it? Here it is. Give me a second, yeah? Let me make sure I get the right file up.
Yeah.
I think, is it this one?
Well, while you're doing this, I'll say something real quick. guys, I got a basic Indonesian book. I've been studying it. Indonesian is actually very easy. So if you want to consider Indonesia, I'm just saying the language there it's pretty good for you to master. It's not hard at all.
Awesome. So let me show you this video here, bro. Look at this. I think it's this one.
I was making moves and you acting like you ain't show this, yeah. I ain't with the drama, tell me who we cutting off. The same who you beefing by, yeah, she got nothing on. And no, you not my glow, so I ain't seeing nothing wrong at all. These niggas know what I been slide on my lonely, gas by the OZ. I don't got no OG, nowadays I'm OT. Or you say you like that, or you gotta show me. Tell that bitches acting like they know me. Moving like Montana, might as well call Tony. I got 2 hoes, might as well call Brody. She said tryna ski with me, no I don't get nosy. Keep a couple B's with me, how I'm moving most. I keep my day going, I keep my bitch straight. Said that she want Casamigos, it's a lit night. The whole hood tryna slide, so the list tight. She bad, so she get by easy. She said she don't need you, she said that she need me. I can make it splash, yeah, that's that water Fiji. Eye for an eye, I can treat you how you treat me. Lie for a lie, I can show you we get beat. I keep my day going, I keep my bitch straight. Said that she want Casamigos, it's a lit night. The whole hood tryna slide, so the list tight. She bad, you acting like you ain't noticed. I was making moves and you acting like you ain't show this, yeah. I ain't with the drama, tell me who we cutting off. The same who you beefing by, yeah, she got nothing on. And no, you not my glow, so I ain't seeing nothing wrong.
Wow, that's the first one. There's another one here, Theo. Look at that. Cute chick. There you go. Hold on. We're giving you receipts here. Hold on. Let me move the studio. And there's 2 more here we need to put together. Hold on, bro. And then here's another one, bro. They are indeed. Here's another one here. This one here, bro. So the second one. Look at that. One more time. Happy. Okay, and one more clip here for you that compiles it. Present video file, and then this one here.
A date in LA. On this day, we went to Santa Monica to try Benihana, which is a Japanese teppanyaki restaurant. So let's check it out. At Benihana, the chef cooks right in front of you, so we ordered chicken fried rice and steak. And honestly, watching the chef make fried rice right in front of us make me feel kind of homesick after a long time. And here it is. After that, he cooked vegetables for us and suddenly flames shot up from the onions and everyone seemed absolutely delighted. Next came seafood and finally the long-awaited steak. Yes, guys, look at this. It looks so good. The taste was so good that I didn't want my boyfriend to film me anymore. It's giving, leave me alone and just let me eat kind of vibe. You know what I mean? It's that good. The total for the 2 of us, including a 22% tip, came to $153. Is it cheap or expensive? Drop a comment and let me know what you think. And also, share your recommended spots in LA. Bye!
Wow. So let me go here, Theo, right? I've showed you these videos to show you that passport bros can get dime women abroad. The first clip there, you saw that chick, right? Good looking, high value, all right? With a passport bro, a brother. There you go. Every day, foreign chicks are snapping up passport bros. Every day, Japanese women are snapping up passport bros. Every day, Japanese chicks are snapping up passport bros. What does that tell you? Essentially, they're taking the passport bros away from the sisters right now.
Well,
they're taking them away. They're taking them away. Go on, Theo.
Yeah, they're taking them away from the white guys also, from the white women. They've been doing this for a long time. Japanese women can, like, they just have a special skill. If they detect there's any problem in a Western marriage, they can just peel the husband right off, and they'll be like, "Yeah, we're getting rid of this." I've been to that teppanyaki in Santa Monica. That's actually a very good place. Very tasty. I would say the teppanyaki, of course, in Tokyo is better. I like to go there. So Asakusa, I actually like it really there. Down the street from Roppongi, also they got some great places. So look, he won. I'd say I think well she's in the West, so I think she knows what she's doing. She's kind of getting the kind of guy that she wants. But you see how they act together. They're in a union. They're actually enjoying each other. She's not trying to get the bag. She's actually in love with this guy. I would say in all cases, and that one in particular, that's a very typical Japanese relationship. That's the one you have to be worried about, because the way she acts, it's hard not to marry her. And then if she goes cold in marriage, you don't know what to do. So, yeah, the way she looks, the way she acts, she's like perfect. I have plenty of guys who married women like that, and they were crazy about her. All right, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. Yeah, she's the guy. I'm picky by your man.
Out of 10, what would you rate her, bro? That chick over there yeah.
I would. I mean, honestly, I would put her at a 6.
Huh?
Yeah, she's a 6 in
What?
Japan.
Bro, that's a 6 in Japan.
Yeah, that's a 6. Yeah, that's a 6.
Oh my goodness, bro! Can we hold on, Theo? Can we admit that she's good looking, right? She's good looking.
Yeah, but there's women who are way better looking than her. But the thing is yeah, her personality. What you're really doing is you're looking at her inner beauty. Her inner beauty is a 10, but a lot of Japanese women's inner beauty is 10 because they emphasize inner beauty in Japan. So you get a girl who has like kind of weird fang-like vampire teeth, right? But she's got this shining inner beauty, and she feels like a 10, even though she's like a 6. So this girl is, I would say, she's a 6, but she's basically an irresistible 6. That's how I put her.
Damn. So she's a 6 in Japan. What will she be in the West?
Most women who are 5s in Japan would be a 10 in the West.
Damn.
Yeah, straight up. But just with their personality, that's it. Because you get this girl who treats you well. See how well she's treating that guy, right? You just think you died and gone to heaven if a woman was treating you that way. But that's the way a woman's supposed to treat you. So for most guys, since they're treated so badly in the West, they would give her almost like a really heightened level of rating just because of how nice she is, right? But there's a lot of women who treat guys like that in Japan. I know that because I was there forever. So I mean, I would be like, yeah, you're like kind of a normal girl. So yeah, I can get one who looks a lot better than you. I know where to go. I get one who actually has like a C or a D cup, and she got a little booty. I know where to go for that. Yeah, okay. So that's that's how I would think, right?
So this passport bro here, brother, has pulled a 6 in your eyes, brother. Can passport bros pull 7, 8, 9, 10s in Japan?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. But you just need to know how to do it. It's not that hard to do, honestly. Make sure, be a man, make sure you're not simping, make sure you get your money right, your clothes right. And most of you guys would actually be able to pull it off if you're just confident with yourself and you speak fluent Japanese or really good Japanese. Then you can do this most easily. But to be honest with you, I'm going to be just straight out honest. My wife was not a 10. She wasn't a 7. She was a 6 at best. Right? She's about on the same level. So you're not going to, most of you guys are going to engage with 6s who have a 10 personality, and that's good enough for you. You will stop right then and there and marry that woman. Well, it's like the husband. No, it's like the wife store. Remember, we had that analogy of the wife store. We have the first floor. We have women who like nice women who like sports, and then there's a second floor. The women who like sports and bedroom fun, and it says no man has ever gone to the third floor. Right? So I'm just like, practically speaking, men are very practical. So if they meet a girl like this in Japan and she's interested in him, boom, they've got a relationship. It's not going to be that hard for her to get married because she's going to treat him so well that he won't know any other option than to marry her. That's how Japanese women operate. And this girl right here, prime example. He's not going to. He doesn't look like he's a player. He looks like a very normal, humble, down to earth guy. He's not. I don't think he's making $100,000 a year. I think maybe he's making between $60,000 and $70,000 a year. I would say, probably max. I say that based upon where they are. I know where they are. That's Kabukicho. I know the area where they're in Shinjuku, and I know what they're doing. It's just very normal, basic things, and they're just enjoying each other. Maybe she's an OL. She has a basic job, maybe $20,000 a year. They don't care. They're just like spending the time with each other. Their main win is just being together. So in this case, yeah, this is a very normal, like, international marriage that could happen. That's about to happen, or that's in the making. And she's a 6.
Wow. So this brother here, brother, is clearly nerdy. He's not pooky. He's not like one of those dudes in the West where women gravitate toward. He's a normal looking brother, which most passport bros are. These same passport bros that look like him can go to Japan and pull a chick like that, bro. This chick here, brother, if she was in the West, I guarantee you she'd only be going after white dudes, because in the West we know Asian women worship white men in the West, but in Japan, whole different dynamic, brother. This is why being a passport bro is important, brothers. The West is over. A lot of white worshiping in the West, a lot of women picking on the wrong dudes. Nerdy brothers, nerdy passport bros ain't given that option. They're not given a chance. But when you go abroad, when you have that passport, okay, you have options. The average brother can't pull an Asian girl like this, brother, in the West, but keep it a stat, bro. He can't.
Well, it's hard to find a girl like that, an Asian girl like this. So finding Japanese girl like this are actually very rare, because they have to be born and raised in Japan and then coming over like for maybe a 1-year language exchange. They're learning English or something like that. You see, this woman right here, she's very comfortable in her element, which is Tokyo. This is a very typical girl. So she's in her power area. She's in what's good for her, what she's familiar with, and she's just with what, in her point of view, she's just with a cute foreigner. That's it. And she likes his personality, and they fit together. That's about all. I mean, straight up. Now, as for girls like this going for white guys mainly, I wouldn't say necessarily, because the first Japanese girl that I dated, and as being an adult, I mean, I was 22 years old, and she was in the English class, and I was in the Japanese class, and I just walked up to her and started talking to her, and we dated for a month, right? So she didn't care I was black, and there were other guys in the class, but they were all shy. I was the one guy who was active, so we dated in Japanese for 1 month. It was really romantic, so it's really fun. So yeah, they will date you in the West as long as you know what you're doing.
Awesome. Fantastic. Get your passport, brothers. You can get a woman like this when you go abroad. So a couple more clips to react to, bro. Very interesting ones. Give me a second, brother. Got a couple of super chats. Remove from studio. Shout out to Mr. J Remo in the building for the $5 super chat. £5 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. Theo, wizard of the web, so wide. In cloud castles, he does reside. Jousting viruses with skill and flair. He is a tech mentor and guide beyond compare.
See, that's my student. See, Winnie, that's my student. That's getting down, right? And I want to say he's doing a great job. He just has finals in the UK, so he just went through that, and he's been doing great job with pipelines. We're doing pipelines, DevOps pipelines right now. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's good. He knows what he's doing.
He's at university, right, J Remo?
Yeah.
Good stuff, Jay. Well done, bro. Keep on pushing, brother. Shout out to Mr. Real Black for the $777 super chat. Appreciate you, bro. And Benihana was on the list for places Western women wouldn't go for a date. And look at her, she's happy. And that bill is $150. So if a $150 bill doesn't even make a Western chick happy, there's just no point dating in the West, brothers.
No.
And Benihana, that's quite upscale. I've not been there before, but it sounds upscale if you're cooking food in front of you, and that doesn't even make them happy. You can't please the Western woman anymore. Leave her in a way. Don't date her. Don't smash her. Don't marry her. Leave her alone with her cats. Leave her.
My opinion is the more upscale place she wants to go to, the poorer she is. Because a woman who is financially secure won't care. She just go to any place in order to know who you are, because she's doing a risk analysis on you at first. So coffee is fine. She can even, we have here in Texas, we have a bunch of trailers for tacos. It's a good place to get to know someone. You get some tacos, you sit down and spend about $10, and you have some tasty tacos from Mexicans. That's about all you need. So if they're, and of course, I used to work in Santa Monica. Of course, $150 on a date that's normal in Santa Monica. People do that. It's not a big thing. So if we have sisters who need more than that, yeah, they're delusional.
Flipping heck, man! California is expensive, man. There's no way I'm paying down a date. F that, bruv.
Yeah, it's good quality. I liked it because I was at teppanyaki quite often in Japan when I was making $250,000 a year. Yeah, I'd do business deals there, and it'd be like say 4 guys, $400, something like that, and that'd be like
what's that? Is that the upscale?
It's kind of what you saw there in Benihana. It's considered to be a teppanyaki. So it's basically they have the open flame. They do the barbecue right there, all the roasting, all the cooking right in front of you. They chop it all up, and then they serve it over to you. It's really tasty food. So $400 for a teppanyaki with 4 people is quite normal, right?
Wow, one day IP, one day that will break my pocket. I'll tell you that, brothers.
You and me go to Japan. We meet up there. I'll take you to some of my favorite teppanyakis. You will flip.
Flipping
Guaranteed.
heck.
Yep.
Wow. Thank you, Theo. Shout out to Mr. M6205 for the $199 super chat. I've seen them before on Insta. Brother is winning. Yes, indeed. Brother is indeed winning. Awesome. So let's react to more funny clips. Present video file. Let's react to this passport sis. Oh, passport sis. Oh, passport sis. Oh. Let's go.
Mexican man. Well, do you want to come with me on a first date with the Mexican man? I'm already at the restaurant waiting on him. So he asked me where I wanted to go, and I told him I wanted to go to my favorite restaurant here downtown. Let's hope he doesn't stand me up. It's not my favorite local restaurant, but it's my favorite restaurant here for margaritas. I mean, their margaritas are cheap and strong, and I love cheap and strong. Yeah, he's coming. I'm nervous. Ajá, ¿puede dar una margarita, por favor? Claro. Limón grande, otro sin sal. Hola. Mucho gusto. ¿Cómo estás? ¿Hablas español, no? ¿Hablas?
Bueno, tenemos una mineral con agua mineral, perdón, limonada con agua mineral.
So yeah, I think this date is done because he only speaks to me in English. He just wants to eat all the food. Don't do that. It's not a good high.
You don't know that much.
David.
In Mexico.
It's a no for me. Even though it is not going well, I love their nachos with arrachera. So I'm just gonna eat that. But hopefully he's paying because I deserve it. He is paying. So 1 out of 10, I would have to say that I give this date a 3. But I do not recommend, but I do love the food and it's for free, so why not?
You go first, Theo.
Why why do you go to Mexico and eat nachos? Nachos are for gringos. So why would you do that? It's like going to Japan and eating teriyaki. Teriyaki is food that Japanese people made for Americans. So why would you do that? It doesn't make sense. So that just right there, I'm like, are you aware of the culture? It's cool that she liked, the pricing. It's actually a very normal kind of restaurant. So that was cool. But her filming it all the time, that was not cool. She didn't take any time to get to know him, didn't ask for permission. And he was acting very normal, which was eating the food. The way he acted was very typical. So it's his country. She's the foreigner. If she doesn't understand how to act, particularly on a date, especially with a native, and then she should get her butt back to the States and go date Pookie. He's on her level.
Absolute facts. You know what, right? If you hear in that video, she said that she told him where she wanted to go, right? Even though he wanted to go somewhere else, he actually agreed with her. I've noticed that, if a woman is persistent in going somewhere, right, and she knows that you're going to pay for a date, that means she's only using you to go to that restaurant to try out that food. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take her to a coffee date, if she really liked you, okay, wherever you suggested, she will go with you. But if she's very persistent, hey, I don't want to go there, I want to go here, 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 that's a red flag there. Now, unfortunately for the Mexican dude, right, in my opinion, he wasted his time there, okay? But obviously he doesn't know just how Western women get down. Now he's experienced it. Hopefully he won't date one ever again or take out one on a date ever again. She wasted his time. She had the phone out. She was ordering all sorts of food, and she was like, "Oh, I hope he pays for it." I mean, come on, man. She knew 5 minutes in that he wasn't the one. She wasn't going to take it any further, but she used him, bro, to order more food. Look at her stuff in her face there. This is what they do, brothers, man. This is what they do. They just use you. They just use you. Post, take pictures of the food. Post on IG. I went here. Blah blah blah. Hey, I enjoyed it, but it's not going to work out. I'm sick of it, bruv. How are you going to behave like in Mexico, bruv? He ain't do nothing wrong. He's a normal dude.
Yeah. So
At
the way she,
at least do it to Pookie. At least do it to Pookie, not to a normal foreign dude who knows nothing about Western culture. He just got, bro. Go on, bro.
well, I mean, she just violated one of our commandments, and basically, she made passport cis look bad. So he's going to be less likely to date one again, and he's going to tell his friends the same thing, and so they're going to be less likely to date as well. And she's not even thinking of herself in that kind of context. She's not thinking about opening the doors for her passport sisters in the future. She's just thinking about herself only. That's it, today and now. It's very much survival mechanism. So, yeah, and then I think he's gonna pay. What is she nuts? What is she? That's not the Westerner pays. That's the way it is. When we're abroad, the Westerner pays. So she goes abroad as a Westerner, expects the local to pay half. Get out of here. That's it.
She obviously had the dollars. Dollars goes far in Mexico. She's not a nice person, man. She should have paid for that, especially she knew it wasn't going to go any further. That's what they do, bro. They just use you for meal ticket. You're meal ticket to these Western chicks.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. When I get abroad, I don't think in the first 3 dates, I've never had a woman pay for that. I've always paid for it myself. I forgot with my wife, she didn't pay for any meals. I don't think she paid for anything until we were married, something like that. So yeah, this is a bad situation. It's embarrassing. This is the kind of woman I would just say I don't know. Gringo. I don't know the gringo. I don't know this person. Yeah.
She's a sister, but I don't know her.
I don't even. No, man. This is so bad. I might stop speaking English and say I'm Canadian speaking French. Done deal. I'm like this. This is the Americans. I don't know the Americans. I'm French. I'm just speak Quebecois. That's it, and done. I just speak in Spanish and French and have it be a day, not even deal with this. I'd get out of there.
You know what, bro? If she heard me speak English, right, and she came up to me and said, "Hey, oh, you speak English?" I'd be like, "No, I don't speak English. I speak American. I speak American. Leave me alone. I speak American." I'm gonna do that, bro. I'm gonna do that. I am gonna do that. If a Western chick right from America comes up to me and says, "Hey, I heard you speak English. Where are you from?" I don't speak English. I speak American. I speak American. Huh? I speak American. I don't know English. Only American. I don't know you. Only. She's gonna lose her mind, bruv. I'm gonna use that, bruv.
I might lose my mind if I see you do that. I would just, I'd be like, oh, this is a troll level, like unbelievable. I don't believe what I'm hearing right now. Honestly, I'd be in stitches laughing over that one. Yeah, like that's really bad. But if she believed it, that'd be even worse. We're like, okay, yeah. But these broads don't know what's going on. So that's why again I say, okay, passport sisters. If you want to do this, go ahead. I'm not discouraging you. Go right on ahead, because you see what happens. You never get this kind of situation with, well, maybe, but it's unlikely you get this kind of situation with the passport bro. No.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. So a couple more clips here for us to react to. Now this one here, okay, another funny one. Flipping it. This video uses unique codec that your browser doesn't support. Convert. I ain't gonna convert nothing, man. You must be mad. I'm live streaming at the moment. Convert what? F off, bruv. Let me use another video. Convert no video. Let's do this one over here.
My age 31.
How much money should a 31-year-old man make annually in Miami for you to date him?
1 million per year minimum. He's having come over like cross weight with me.
So you're making over $1 million?
Almost. Yeah.
So don't you think that makes dating that much more harder for you if you expect a man to match you?
I think in Fitchery, they have a lot of problems, for me. I don't say about another people's, because all people's is so different, they think different, like for me right now, they need make minimum 1 million per year.
But how do you make almost $1 million per year?
I'm the realtor, and I'm selling private jets, and I'm selling exotic cars membership.
Is the guy that you're seeing now making over that much?
I don't know how much he's make per year. For now, it's not my business because we're not together like very serious. But I don't think he's loser. Like I think he's very successful guy.
A lot to unpack here. She's asking for a guy to make $1 million a year minimum. Nothing less than that. She's dead set. He must make $1 million a year. She apparently makes over $1 million a year. I disagree, but she says she does. Okay. However, her requirements there, right, still lock her out of the dating market on a huge capacity. Okay. Mm-hmm. The average guy doesn't earn $1 million a year. It's just not going to work out for her. She may find a few guys there, but the guys that do earn $1 million a year, they have options. She's 31. Why would a guy that makes over $1 million a year, right, actually take a 31-year-old chick seriously? He can date 24-year-old, 23, 22 with that much money a year. She's 31. She's past her prime. She's essentially hit the wall. So her requirements are saying that, you got to make $1 million. I don't know. I mean, I think she's taking it too far. She's 31. She's not 24. She's not 23. She's lost there, bro. What's your thoughts about Theo?
I'm looking at a little bit of chat. I'm thinking she's Ukrainian, to be honest, because there is a number of Ukrainian women who look like this in Miami, and they've done questionable business in Miami. I've actually been watching this for a few years now. So the way that she's not 42. She's definitely 31, somewhere around there. Particularly with the way she's acting. One of the bad things about Ukrainian women is that they don't understand where they are in the dating market, and they have this like kind of like a Western way. They look at how much money they're making and how much money other people are making, and they think that they're qualified for that, or they expect it, and they won't settle for anything less. And this kind of woman, okay, she's beautiful, straight out. I mean, I have to say that she is definitely beautiful, but she has some very big hits against her. One thing is she's exceptionally tall. She's maybe 5'7", 5'8", somewhere around there. I would say it's 5'7", 5'8", Slavic blonde. Let's wait. She might be Portuguese. It's or Brazilian Portuguese. It's hard to tell with her accent, but from what I know about Slavic women, she really reminds me of an Eastern Ukrainian. So she's looking for money in a certain way based upon her culture. And I've noticed this with other Ukrainian women, and she's not going to get this. But she will be with guys who make money. Mm-hmm. It's highly possible that she makes $1 million a year. Yes, particularly if she's in sales and she knows what she's doing, she can get rich guys to spend a lot of money on certain products because she's there. So she can influence that because she's so beautiful. I've seen it happen. It's definitely not hard to do. I don't think she's working as a working girl. That's the first thing I thought, but as she was talking, I was like, it might be legit that you actually are working in real estate. So the possibility of her getting the guy is very low. Again, starting back in January, I'm making $50,000 a month. The cash flow coming in. I would look at this woman. My eyes would be on her, and then she'd talk, and I'd be like, no, I'm not going to deal with that because I can go to Ukraine and get a 25-year-old. So why would I even deal with you in Miami? Because if I have to make over $1 million and you're making over $1 million, that kind of lifestyle is very hard to maintain consistently, and she would just burn me out. Mm-hmm. And the guys who make $1 million a year, they ain't dating someone who's 31.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that either. Nah. So she's going to have a hard time. Hats off to her. I mean, I understand why she's talking that way. I respect it. And I'd be like, good luck. Go try it. See what happens. Maybe she get that guy for some reason or another. He just has to have her. He's infatuated with her, and okay, that she wins. That happens sometimes. Maybe a guy about 42, 43 years old, doesn't want to travel abroad, meets her in Miami, he's making like $1.5, $1.6 million, sees her, thinks she's a safe catch. He thinks he can wipe her up. Okay. Not many men like that, though. And all the women are going for him. All of them. So if he's loyal and stays with her, she get a unicorn, as any woman would get a unicorn in that kind of situation.
I doubt, right? I doubt she'd have the same mentality if she was back in Ukraine, right? I doubt she would be asking for, if she was making close to in Ukraine, I doubt she'd be asking for that in Ukraine as well. I know for a fact that the average Ukrainian guy isn't going near $1 million a year, or even their currency in Ukraine. She gonna have to settle for a guy that earns a lot less. Only because she's in the West, brother, she can have that requirement.
Let me say this. So my girl is 32 years old right now. I've known her for a long time. I've known her over 5 years. And she's blonde. She's beautiful blonde. Okay. And she's in Ukraine. She's less than 100 miles away from the front lines. You know what she had the nerve to say to me? she's had the nerve to say, if we're together, she wants me to buy a house for her in Ukraine.
Oh wow.
And I was looking at her, I was like, are you nuts? And she's like, no, I want you to buy a house. I said, okay, well, we're not going to do that because it's a war zone, so I don't want my house to be bombed. So no. And then she's like, well, how about you buy a house in like Slovakia or Czech or Germany or something like that? And then I was looking at her, I was like, I'm not even a citizen there. You're not a citizen either. I don't even know if this is legal. You want me to do that during a war zone? Are you cuckoo? And she's like, well, I see other rich guys doing this for their Ukrainian girlfriends, so I want you to do the same for me. This is why when this woman talks, I'm like, I kind of understand the delusion. So, because when my Ukrainian girl said that to me, I was like, I'm going to talk to my Brazilian matchmaker and get myself a 27-year-old blonde. I'll just exchange you. That's easy to do. And that's easy. You saw the Czech girl. I showed you pictures of her last week, right?
Yeah.
Stunning. She's like a 9 or a 10. Easy and available. And Latvian. I showed you the picture of the Latvian. Man,
no.
She's like an 8 or 9. I had to send you photos of her. She's beautiful. Guys who make money have options, and they're not going to become emotional. They'll just exercise an option. That's it. So for me, if I don't like this kind of situation with my Ukrainian blonde, I'll just go talk to a matchmaker and say, look, I've already paid you plenty of money. This is what I want. And can you go find it? And they'll be like, yeah, Theo, I'll find it for you. That's it. I'm 50 years old. They don't care. And they're doing it for the money? Well, maybe a little bit. But the other thing, too, is I'm 6 feet tall, speak their language, and I'm black. That's what's getting them. Straight up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think she's delusional. That's the Miami lifestyle. So now we've got one or two more clips.
That's my delusional Miami lifestyle. The thing is with her, she's got about a year before, maybe she's already hit the Miami wall, but she has a year max before she hits, definitely 100% hits a Miami wall. And there's going to be a hotter, better 21-year-old coming out who will replace her instantly.
Facts. Absolute facts. Awesome. Here we've got 2 more clips to react to. Remove from studio. Present. Video file. Okay. Let's react to this one here.
26.
Has dating gotten easier as you gotten older?
Yes. Depends.
Why do you feel that way?
I think because as you get older, you start to know what you want or what you're looking for. As opposed to when you're young, you kind of just date whoever.
And what does it depend on for you?
In general, I feel like people are not ready for commitment and to put in the work, so it's harder to find like someone that's genuine.
And that's been your experience most of the time?
100%.
The guys that you feel are never ready to commit to you, are these men that you already sleep with?
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm done.
But the ones in the past,
What about them?
have you slept with them before?
Yeah.
Do you think that played a part in why they didn't commit to you?
I don't know. I don't think that should play a part in it.
But why would a man give you the benefits of the relationship if he's already experienced everything that you have to offer?
Because he wants to be with me, genuinely.
All right, let's wait for Theo to come back. He's missed a part of the clip there. I have a lot to say here. I'm happy I got my passport. I really am. I'm happy I have my passport. It's on deck. I can use it anytime I want to. I'm just happy. Let me know when you're back, Theo. It's worse now than it was 10 years ago. 10 years ago it was bad. I remember it very vividly, but now it's overdrive. Theo's back. Let's watch it again.
I was listening the whole entire time.
You're listening?
Yeah, my earphones. My earphones. I had to go downstairs real quick, but I was definitely listening. yeah, what he said was entirely correct. She's already given it up, and she doesn't understand. So a lot of women, what they think is that if you sleep with them, you actually want them, and they can't differentiate the difference between a man just having fun versus a man actually wanting to commit. So I'm going to give a shout out to Home Math real quick. And there's an idea of a sweeper versus a man does something with you and doesn't talk about you. And then there's a sleeper, a guy who actually has a relationship with you but is actually visible. And then like the one, or like a visible relationship, full on commitment. And guys, for the most part, I mean, a girl like this is a sweeper. This is just somebody we have bedroom fun with every once in a while. And we don't continue on. And she thinks it's a real relationship, but it's not. We're just using her body. That's it.
Do you know what? Imagine thinking that, you know, you can actually get a high value man dressing like that. And particularly chick on the right there, half naked. The one on the left, you can see her thighs through her tights. I don't know what's going on here as to why these women are dressing like that. But when I see that, bro, I avoid. Now, some dudes might go crazy. Oh man, I see her legs. Oh man, she thick. Me, I'm high value, right? I think in a high value way. I know when a chick is a 3 or 4, I avoid. This is why it's very important to have discipline. Don't stick your words in every chick that looks good. Yeah, they look good, but think about it. If you're gonna dress like that, just for your man's eyes only in the household. I don't have a problem with that. But I don't have a problem with a woman dressing like that. But at least keep it in the household only for your man. When you're walking around the household, when you're in the bedroom, cool. But when you take it outside, I check out. Don't come near me. I don't deal with 304s.
Yeah.
20 and hold on, brother. These women are 26. 26 dressing like this. Can you believe it? I mean, grow up, man.
Very much. Yeah. She looks like a 304 with an OF account. Basically, that's how I would think of her. And so she would be put into the sweeper zone. That's it. She's bedroom fun. That's it. She's a drunk call. What you doing? 2:00 in the morning. Come on over. In Miami, all the time. I bet you she gets plowed through plenty of times. But nobody's gonna wipe that up. Nobody's gonna be seen in public with her. She doesn't understand that. Guys, sure, she can get a millionaire to knock that out in one night, without a doubt. But he's not gonna commit.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Once again, delusional woman on display. We're going to lead them to the delusion. We have our passports. We're going to travel and deal with real classy women, and not women that are dressed like Xena, the princess warrior from the TV show The Night. You remember Xena?
Yeah.
Xena, the woman on the far right. Xena, the warrior princess.
But even at least Xena wasn't a 304, right? I mean, you kind of understood why she did that. I mean, you go, okay, I'm down with that. I mean, I'm fine. But, with this one in Miami, dressing like this, no. And the reason why she has to dress like this, well, she doesn't have to, but the reason she has is because she's competing with other 304s. That's it. So she's just competing to be on a rotation with guys who have money. And that's it. I mean, with other 304s, none of them get wiped out.
Absolute facts.
She's gonna leave Miami ruined. A lot of bad memories. That's it.
Absolute facts. Awesome, man. Awesome. So, get your passport, brothers. Now let's open up the phone lines, okay? For the last few. Oh, sugar. Sorry, bro. Were you gonna say something, Theo?
No, yeah, it's good. I mean, I was just thinking real quick, like, especially, it's hard for me to tell her ethnicity. She looks like a little exotic. So, I mean, if you would just put her hair natural, put her cosmetics as normal, like very light, and put some normal shoes on her and a nice little sundress, she'd probably get men to consider her for marriage. That's all she would need. that why she went to this level, I have no idea. What she needs to do is go full hardcore into her femininity and use it as her strength, and she can get guys to commit over her, or at least regret not being with her. But the way she's looking right now, no, ain't gonna happen. And women can say all they want. Well, you can't judge me how I look. Doesn't matter. It's what guys do. Just the way we are. So you look like that. We're gonna put you into not serious zone. You're a fun zone. You're a fun zone girl. The difference between a fun zone girl and a wife material girl is about $10.
Facts, absolute facts. Awesome. So now, brothers, time for y'all to call in. To chime in on discussion. We're going for another 10, 20 minutes, and then we'll wrap it up. So y'all now can call in. Send your questions in if you can't call in via super chat or PayPal donation. But call in. I'm gonna put the link in the live stream chat over here. And y'all can call in. Amazing stream. Amazing stream. Classic.
I liked it.
Absolute classic, man. Especially Xena there. Shout out to Xena, the warrior princess. I used to watch it all the time back in the day. Oh man, I miss those days, man.
Yeah, wasn't it better? I mean, I was just reminiscing about the late 80s and 90s recently. I was like, it was just so much more innocent compared to what we have right now. It's brutal right now.
Yeah,
Angel,
Angel,
like
brother.
Yeah.
Angel was very good. You had Xena. You had what was that TV show called? The male version of Xena. What was it called? Coleman? I don't know, Coleman or it was the male version of Xena. Xena was dating that guy. But he had his own TV show. You had Dark Angel as well.
Dark Angel.
You had that's when Jessica Alba was in. I used to love Jessica Alba. I used to crush on her hard back in the day. What other TV show was back then? You had
the Vampire Slayer.
Buffy. Yeah.
Buffy. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Buffy.
I mean, was it really so hard? You got all of these women who are just fine. Like
do you remember Firefly? Firefly, you remember that, brother?
No, I limited. Remember, this is Japan. Japan's in effect, so I'm not really seeing Western media, but I'm aware of it to some degree. But Firefly, I think it's fine. Yeah, it's a good one. But there was just some decent media. There are different, like themes. All of the things. It was all good. And now what you have is like this woke crap. you know, okay, Godzilla -1 made more money than the Marvels.
I heard that was good. I heard that's a good movie. Is that true?
Yeah, it's a good movie. Especially, yeah, it's really good. So it cost the studio. I forgot the studio name, but it cost them less than $15 million to make Godzilla -1, and it's actually a really good movie. I mean, it just made Disney look bad. Disney taking a lot of L's right now. They have to really think this. You really want to do woke stuff? Okay, well, so then foreign movie makers will come in with proper plots and character development and minimal tech, and they'll make you look better. They'll make you look bad, Hollywood and Disney. They can actually really do that. And that'd be kind of funny if we start watching foreign movies because they're not woke. They have better plots. I just think it's funny if that happened. Yeah, Toho production. Thanks, thanks, Doc. That's right. It was Toho. Toho for the win. They made a great movie.
I think Dems was talking about the other day in our stream how it was a very good movie, and it's got a very popular actress there, Minabe, something like that. Minana. She's super cute. What's her name?
Yeah.
What's her name? Her name is cast. It's the main character, Minami Hamabe. She's cute, good-looking chick. Japanese. Yeah, I got to check out, bro. I'm hearing some very good things about it.
Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I definitely gotta go check it out. It's good. Gojira is really great. But it's just people gotta figure out what they're doing. All this woke crap, you gotta think. It's not working. Just get rid of it. I think they're not going to. They're going to continue. So this gives more opportunities for foreign movie producers and for foreign women to just come and scoop up market share. I love it.
Yes, indeed, man. Do you remember the Firefly theme song? There I am, here I am. Now I found serenity. You can't take the sky from me. Do you remember Roswell? I can fly. I can speak. The alien show called Roswell. Remember that, bro? Roswell.
No, That's
I can
like
see.
peak. That's peak Japan for me. Remember, at this point, the West is a foreign country.
I see.
Yeah. I'm not aware. So if I do hear about it, it's maybe on YouTube. I'm seeing a small snippet, but that's about it. I'm not aware of what's going on in the West. That's it, and like, no idea. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, I miss those times, man. Those were where TV shows were actually those time points of TV shows. Even movies back then were amazing. All right, brothers, call in. I'm gonna check the PayPal. Go on, bro.
I'm like, for Friends, I've only seen about 10 episodes of Friends.
It's trash,
like
anyways, bro. It's trash.
But I never watched it. Seinfeld, maybe 5 episodes. Liked it.
Also trash.
Never watched it. But for the Americans, like that, people speak in that, right? What is it? The Vampire Slayer. I only watched a few highlights. Where I was aware it was there, but that was about it. That's university and me going to abroad. It's going direct competition. Ain't gonna win. Most of that time, I don't even have a television. So, yeah, I have a real media blackout regarding that. But I was aware there was some good shows on there. Yeah, I like to watch them again.
Okay, so let's react to another clip while I wait for a caller. We'll give it 10, 15 more minutes, bro. Let me bring up another clip. So call in, brothers, call in. We're gonna
I never watched the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air either. I only saw one episode, and that's when he met his father, and they had the problem. His father left, and he was talking about how he wanted his father. That was a hard episode for me to watch, but I didn't watch anything else outside of that.
Okay, so video file. Hold on, where is it? You can find serenity. You can take the sky from me. Oh man, hey, press 1 in the chat if you remember Firefly. That was a classic. Hold on, bro. Where's? I thought I saved that file. I converted it. Give me a sec.
I saw quite a few episodes of Sex and the City. I thought
also
it
garbage.
showed the decrepitness and lewdness of the West as far as I was concerned. And then when women started saying they're using that as a model for how to have relationships, I was like, you're lost. You're lost. They're straight out. No, that's not what you do. I was like, oh, no, we're going to wipe you up.
All right, so we got another clip here.
Sure.
I almost rejected this guy the other day, and what he did next just completely shocked me. This guy was everything I wanted on paper. Super masculine presence. He told me he dates for marriage, runs a successful business like me, so our lifestyles are aligned, stuff like that. And the reason I almost rejected him is because he asked me on a same-day coffee date. All the popular women's dating advice would have been like, oh my gosh, you should ghost him. That's so. My intuition told me to give him another chance. So I told him I wasn't really a coffee date kind of girl, and same day was too last minute for me. This guy turns around and says, Saturday night, 7 p.m, put on something nice. Our Saturday comes around and I'm wearing my cute little dress and my heels. Not only does this guy drive 30 minutes across the city to pick me up, he also got his car service. Ends up taking me to this super nice state place with live music and low lighting. Way different energy compared to a coffee date. I'm telling you this story because I want you to know that in life, you get exactly what you tolerate. If I tolerated same-day coffee dates, that's exactly what I would get in my reality because I let it happen. And it's not your fault how a guy treats you, but it is your responsibility to set boundaries on what you're willing to accept.
No, 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 no. This clip here, Theo, annoyed me because when I was in Japan, bro, I had a same day coffee date with a
Mm-hmm.
very cute Japanese chick. She
Mm-hmm.
didn't tell me, hey, IP, take me to Cheesecake Factory, take me to Benihana. She was cooperative. We went there, spoke, had a great time there. Now, this Western chick over here feels offended by a guy
Mm-hmm.
suggesting a same day coffee date.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm talking about, bruv. That's exactly
Yep.
what I'm referring to here. These Western chicks want the whole flipping word, the whole flipping world right, only on the first date. Listen, if I say coffee date today, you best meet me, or there won't be a second date. In Japan, I had no problems, bro, having same day coffee dates. It was very common there, bro. Happy, I paid for her. She was smiling. It was so easy, bro. But these chicks take me out to a restaurant. For what? You're not my girl. We're getting to know each other. Bruv, it's so frustrating, bruv. How did it get so bad? Break it down for us, bro.
Well, the thing I look at, I'm putting my inner Kevin Samuels on right now. Where's the man? Does she retain the man? And I doubt she did. So if you look again, what you're saying in Japan, the girl that I said was a 6, she retained the man. That man ain't going nowhere, is he? So
Nope.
that woman who was a 6, if I said her personality is as a 10, would ice this chick right here, straight out, because the way she's talking, she's masculine. That Japanese chick, a 6, pure feminine, 100%. So who are you gonna date? Me, with all the money I make? I want to go for that Japanese 6 because she's communicative, she's emotional, she's going back and forth. This woman right here is trying to get the bag, this Western woman. And she's talking about, oh, you got to have a certain standard, getting blah, 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 blah. You didn't retain the man. The man isn't there with you. The man isn't doing everything he can to be with you. No man is. They're okay, they take you to some place, and that's it. You're not keeping the guys. So first, she needs to think about that, because guys don't stick around for this kind of woman. Not high value men. No way.
Absolutely, bro. But you can tell that she's high maintenance. Okay, so what? You have a business. So what? Millions of people have a business. Why are you special? You know. But what do you bring as a decent person apart from your business? Are you a kind person? Are you feminine? Are you submissive? Do you listen? Are you cooperative? Are you caring? If you think the man cares about your money, oh, I have a successful business, blah blah blah. So what? So because you have a business, right? You feel like coffee dates are beneath you because you're a businesswoman. Again, brother, it's the arrogance, it's the pride, it's the downright disrespect these West women have towards men.
Yeah, they're just, I think they're not looking at the overall strategy. So it's like they won battle but lost the war. So who cares? I'd rather lose a battle but win the war. We're not thinking strategically. That Japanese 6, she won the war. Got it. That's all she has to do is keep on acting that way. That guy will humbly get on a knee and probably cry his eyes out and beg her for marriage. She's got it. She's got children in the future. Do you think a man's going to be making a child with her? No.
This one over here? I don't think so.
Yeah, no way. No, not at all. Not any guy who has any kind of money. No way. She's a liability. She's not an asset. That Japanese 6 was a total asset. So she needs to think about it. And these Western chicks need to think what they're doing. They're not thinking about the end result. Not at all. I think in one way it's kind of what can I say, low self-confidence, because maybe the best she can do is get a date. So it might as well be like the best quality one. It's kind of like some single mothers here, they go all out on the baby shower because they're never going to have a wedding. You know what I mean? Kind of like that. So in that way, I kind of feel sorry for her, you know, but and not in a sympathetic way, more in a derogatory, like superior way of looking down on her with disgust. like what's wrong with you, right? All you're thinking, I can get a cute little Afro Latina in Brazil, won't be as beautiful as her, but will become a beautiful wife and mother. Why would I consider her? I don't get it.
Absolute facts. Absolute facts. Awesome. All right, brothers. We're gonna give you 5 more minutes. Okay. If no one calls in, we're gonna end the live stream. This has been a very interesting live stream. We got to do an anime stream and movie stream. Perhaps a TV show stream in the future. But yeah, we're gonna flesh out a lot of content. We're nearly the end of the year, so we're gonna have an end of year stream as well, very soon. So let me just check the paper. You want to say something, Theo? Any TV shows? Anything you want to say, bro?
No. This is good. I'm enjoying this today. I was just looking, and I want to get some exercise equipment from the UK. It's going to cost a pretty penny. I really want some equipment from the UK, so it's going to be like $6,000 a piece.
Oh wow, flipping heck.
Yeah, but it's beautiful, and then people don't have it here in the States. Really, it's rare. So I'd have my home gym with like these additional English pieces that people don't have. Like, I have got it, you don't. But that's exactly the way I would do. So I wouldn't mind having like a cute little Indonesian, like 5'2" or 5'3" around. And I've got my huge gym, and then maybe I'm living in Jakarta or Bali or something around there. Yeah. Oh, Aussie, 6K for a piece. No. Don't think that's anything big. The thing that I want with a Leico is a $30,000. Yeah. So 6,000. I got pieces of equipment downstairs that are $6,000 right now. Yeah.
Amazing. Shout out to
Crazy.
Theo.
Crazy. I'm nuts. Yeah. Just yeah. But
We got to do a stream in the future when you leave the West as to how you're gonna handle that luggage, equipment. What's the plan for that, bro?
It's all gonna stay here, and then I can only bring like 4 pieces of luggage abroad realistically per year. So that means most of the stuff I have to source in like Brazil. So basically the way it's going to move is that once I get the condo in Brazil, the dogs will move over to Brazil and then they'll stay there. So they'll die in Sao Paulo. And then just 2 months a year, I'll go back to Austin and get some things done, do some things with the conclave. And then I'll just go back to Sao Paulo. So I just keep everything as normal. I just lock it up real well, make sure the neighbors know that I'm gone, and that's it.
Awesome. So no callers today, Theo. Do you have any closing statements, bro, before I let you go?
Good. It's a good stream with you. I thought that was just good. I thought you did a really great time. I again enjoying the 10 Commandments. I think some people will talk about this, and I think that's kind of good. I think Passport Bros, we have to be held to a higher standard, and we're going in there to make things move in other countries, and we're using our skills and our abilities in other countries to grow and to prosper and to build. So as long as we have that kind of approach, we'll be just fine. So again, thank you for having me on there. I think we're great. You get to see what I think of as a Japanese 6. Wait until I show you what I think is a Japanese 8. What I think is a Japanese 8 is really gorgeous. Like, yeah. But see, the thing is that we can get Japanese 8s. I know how to do this. I've dated a Japanese 8 before. She was really good. I was too miserable over losing my wife, so I really couldn't continue dating her. But I've dated some hot babes over there, some real sexy ones. So guys, keep your game up, keep on studying, do Python, do AWS, lose your weight, get your muscles up, you'll be just fine. Go abroad, learn languages, make it happen. Anyway, I'll see you again, IP. Good talking with you.
Thank you, Theo. Salute, brother. Speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Awesome. That's Theo, the legend. Appreciate you, brother, for the support. Awesome, man. Awesome. So great live stream, man. Over 80 people. Great live stream. Shout out to our fellow Strobes for the recommendation. Shout out to our fellow Strobes in the building for the recommendation a couple of days ago. Appreciate you, bro. So gonna wrap up now. I hope you have a great week ahead. I hope you, brothers, give me a second, yeah? Flipping heck. All right, I'm back. All right. So what was that song? Serenity theme song. Lyrics. What is it? Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free. You can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black. Tell them I ain't coming back. Burn the land and bold the sea. You can't take the sky from me. There's no place I can be since I found serenity. And you can't take the sky from me. Do, 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 do. Oh man, I miss those days. Bring back the 90s, man. Bring back the early 2000s, man. Life was so much simpler, so much easier. No woke-ish, none of that nonsense, man. I miss those times. I miss it, man. What was that Roswell theme song? Yeah, remember Roswell? What was the Roswell film song? What was it? And I don't want to hear you leave. And I wonder how I'm still here. And I won't go. I won't sleep. I can't breathe until you're resting here with me. And I won't leave. And I can't hide. I cannot be until you're resting here with me. Those were the days, bruh. Those were the days. I miss those days, man. I miss those days. Man, damn. I miss those days. All right, brothers, man. Been a great live stream. Study hard. Believe in yourself. 2024 gonna be the best year of our lives. Let's get out the West, break out the matrix. Just check out the matrix completely. Let's get our ish in order. Let's be such high value men that women will fall in line the moment they see us. Okay? The moment they see us. Right? Esco, what do you mean, bro? You mean do you expect all brothers to listen to rap music all day, bro? In brothers can't listen to jazz? Brothers gonna listen to pop music. Brothers gonna listen to, you know, gangster rap music all day, bro. Yeah, you dudes are funny, man. Yeah, you dudes are funny, man. Let's study hard, brother. Let's keep on pushing, man. Let's keep on pushing. All right. Believe in yourself. We can, you know, I mean, she got some tunes, bruv. I'll keep it a stack. She got some tunes, bruv. You know, I would rather, right, my foreign girlfriend listen to her than some sort of rapper or female rapper, right, rapping about twerking, killing their own people, saying the N word, saying degenerate stuff. I mean, I'd rather my foreign girlfriend listen to her, bro. I'll keep it a stack. I'll keep it a stack, bruv. You know, I'll keep 100 with you. I don't want rap music near my foreign girlfriend or my foreign wife. I don't want that near her, man. Rap music is poison, right? And I admit I listen to some of it, but I know it's garbage. Okay? The female rappers, they spew out nonsense. I don't want that in my girlfriend's mind. Okay? I want her listening to Dido. I have no problem if she listens to Dido all day. If I'm hearing Cardi B, if I'm hearing Ruby Rose, I'm checking out, bruv. I'm checking out, bruv. I don't want that in my life, man. Yeah, on to the next chick. I take that very serious. So if I hear a whole bunch of rappers in her playlist, red flag. I don't want rap is poison. I don't want that near my chick. I'll keep it a stack, man. I'm bougie with my music. I'm bougie. I want to see pop. I want to see Japanese music. I want to see Iranian music. I want to see Lebanese music. I want to see, you know, I want to see some Afro beats in that mofo. I want to see some Russian music. No rap music. No American rap. I don't mind Japanese rap. I don't mind Brazilian rap. Just no American and no UK rap. Nah. Nah, bruv. We good, bruv. We good. No Indian music. F no, bruv. Hell no. No Indian music. No. None of that, bruv. Classic stream, man. Classic stream. You know. All-time classics. This man said boom bap and nice R&B. I mean, I don't mind nice R&B, man. I don't mind that, you know. That's all right. But anything with profanity, N-word use, running up on a dude and you know, popping his grandmother's head off, all that nonsense behind rap music. I don't want my girl listening to that, bruv. I don't want my girl listening to that, bruv. You know, all that, Papa Mali, you know, Purple Drank. Purple Drank. All that nonsense, bruv. It's poisonous lyrics, man. It's indoctrination, it's brainwashing. You know? Coding crazy. Oh, this mob got me coding crazy. Coding crazy. I don't want that. I don't want my girl to listen to that, bruv. Okay? Now. All right, brothers, man. It's been a great live stream. Awesome, nice stream. Shout out to you, Theo. Salute to Theo, the legend. Salute to you, brothers. Salute to all you brothers, man. All right, salute to all you brothers, man. Where all y'all listening in from? What city? What country? Let me know right now, brothers. Shout out to Florida. City, country. We're listening from New Jersey. Shout out to New Jersey. Awesome, man. We truly international. Atlanta, oh man, Ratchet. Atlanta Ratchet is a mofo. I'll tell you what, right? I need that New Year album. I need that New Year album, man. Flipping heck. I heard some tunes on there. I'm rocking with it, man. I'm rocking heavy with that New Year album. It's gonna be a classic, man. Oh man. I need that New Year album. Whew. I need that, man. Come on. All right, brothers, yeah? Salute. I'm going to see you, brothers, next time, all right? Take it easy. Peace out, brothers. Thank you very much.